Real proper.
I nigga said that's it right there. We got scoliosis.
Low key, I do gotta check to see if I got scoliosis. Cause I've been sitting, I've been sitting. I feel like I get in the car to drive, and I be like, I like this, bro. Like off rip, bro. Off rip, I get in the car and I'm driving.
Without being in pain.
You driving like old brass.
Nah, for real. Like I'll get in the car and I'm driving, and I just noticed, bro, how am I driving like on a side? Like, let me sit up, bro.
You need to go to the doctor.
You know
I do. I got an appointment. I got an appointment set up actually.
Make sure you make that.
Yeah, at the end of the month. Oh,
he
tomorrow.
Drive to the appointment.
My appointment might be tomorrow. Actually,
Like,
it might be tomorrow.
Bro,
Yeah, cause you know you got to get a referral before you go to the chiropractor.
You got to get a referral.
Well, cause I'm trying to go through my insurance.
Okay.
Are you going to, where are you going? It's in the square?
Yeah, you got to give up his
What,
location.
the chiropractor spot? No.
Where you going?
He said, where you going?
Yeah,
I think it's
the exact location on file.
It's probably like a 20-minute drive from here, maybe. But yeah, so I got to go to my doctor. He gonna have to check my back. Be like, hey, I'm trying to go to the chiropractor, so write that referral.
No real shit.
Yeah, but I've had that problem for a while, so I'm trying to get it situated, get it checked out.
What you trying to say? What you trying to say?
I'm just saying, when you get older, your body starts to deteriorate.
Like what you saying? Though?
How do you know when you're pushing 30?
When you get 26.
That's real specific.
That's a specific age.
Right.
How old are you again?
I'm 21.
21?
Yeah.
So you still, got your diaper bag in the car and shit?
Damn.
Diaper bag.
Yeah, your bottle. When Jawan invited you here, he had to make sure your mom checked in and was like, he got his diapers.
Nah.
He called every time and said, your bag's packed?
But do your back be hurting when you drive?
Nah, my back don't be hurt. Nah, it do be hurting.
Behind your ear be still wet?
What?
My milk behind your ear. I was just asking. You said 26, though, right?
Yeah, 26. How old are you?
26.
I was gonna say because they was gonna get you, bro.
I do.
Ooh,
damn. On camera?
Y'all not on the same page already?
Nah, we on the same page. We stay locked in.
All right.
Last night we was killing it.
All right. Okay.
Nah, I didn't play with you in spades. Oh yeah, we did. We did play in spades. We killed.
Y'all know how to play spades?
You said what?
I ain't know y'all know how to play spades.
Bro, you don't remember coming to the office we whooping you?
Nah, at all.
I don't either. But all right, we back. Welcome to another episode of the Check-In Podcast. It's been a little minute, Episode hasn't dropped in a while. I got my own reasons for that, but we back now. I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be sitting here with my good friends. We have a great episode planned for you today. As you can see, we back at this table again in this setting. You know what time it is. So we are going to be playing spades again, right? But we also going to have a great conversation while we're doing it. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce my guests. Start with from my left. We got Mr. Mark here with me. Mark, say what's up to the people.
What's going on? Flea Marcus, you know what I mean, on Instagram. Flips ATL on Instagram. Cuts by Marcus on Instagram. Flea.styling on Instagram. Yeah.
That's for promote.
Really, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But nah, yeah, happy to be here. Yeah.
All right, back again. Actually, everyone here has been back again.
Yeah.
So next, introduce my boy, Ced.
Hola, como estas? I've been doing Duolingo. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at Ced_THA_2AD. Other than that, I ain't really. And you can follow HTSA Podcast on IG as well.
Yes, you can.
That's pretty much it.
Last but not least, man to my right.
Wait, what I'm saying?
Introduce yourself. Yeah.
My name's Josh. Co-owner of Flips ATL. You know what I'm saying? Follow me on IG That boy Kelly _ Kelley. Yeah, that's it.
All right. But before we continue, make sure everyone here has been on an episode with
Follow
me,
me on
right?
Instagram at that boy Kelly
Yeah.
Kelley. I just had to say it again just to make sure I know.
That's an Icomon.
My fault.
EYs. I don't know why. What you need to eat for? Real shit. Go ahead.
If you haven't seen the first episode of the podcast that dropped, we have Flips ATL. So that was with Mark and Josh. If you haven't seen the second episode that dropped, that was with HTSA Podcast. With Mr. Said here. His two other partners ain't here with us right now. But yeah, go check out those two episodes after you watch this one, or go watch the first two first and then come back to this one after. All right. But again, great episode planned. So let's get into it. It's in the name of the podcast, check in. So I like to start every episode with a check in. So I went this way to start. I'm gonna go this way now. So, Josh, I'm gonna check in with you. How you doing? Give me a mental on the scale of 1 to 10. Where you at right now?
Mental, locked in. 10 out of 10. Yeah.
Why is that? What you got going on?
Everything.
Very vague.
That is very vague.
That's like saying like I'm bringing the table.
Yeah.
Type shit.
I did bring the table.
But you can't actually build one.
Yeah, I can build one.
You build a table from scratch.
Yeah.
Okay,
Engineer.
you locked in.
Engineer.
You locked in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, sir. I'm gonna check in with you. How you doing? Scale of 1 to 10 mentally. Where
I'm
you
not
at?
Bob the Builder over here, so I ain't gonna lie. I'd say like a 6, 7-ish. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
In between a couple of things, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to be successful in my career. And then I feel like everything else will come up. Do I need to speak up? I feel like in terms of in terms of my career, I'm like a 9. But in terms of like my personal life, like I'm handling some relationship issues. So probably say like a 4. So off balance, you feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's like a 6.5 type.
Okay.
Yeah, average.
Yeah.
About
If you divide by 2.
8.
Nah, if you divide by 2, you won't get 8. But I feel like I was saying, so I'm working on it, but I'm decent right now.
Okay. How about you, Mark? Where you at?
I say I'm a 10 for real. Like I'm really blessed, honestly. Like it's really nothing to be like pressed over like these days. I just picked up another job, FedEx. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Night shift.
big money.
You know what I'm saying?
Drop back.
Good benefits.
Yeah, okay.
Benefits, you know what I'm saying? Other than that, Alexa's office brought me back. You know what I'm saying? I'm back on the team. You know what I'm saying? Hey, took him a minute, but you know what I'm saying? I'm back. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, just happy to be working again. Like, you know what I'm saying? For, you know what I'm saying? The Alexa's office. Flips going good. You know what I'm saying? Can't complain. You know what I'm saying?
You got like 5 jobs.
You tired?
Nah, I ain't tired for real.
Real shit?
I don't get
Do
tired.
your back hurt?
Huh? Nah.
You enjoy it while you're young.
Yeah, because when you hit 26, boy.
Say what?
Huh?
Really, I got about 2 more years before things start aching.
Who?
That milk
Yeah.
will start spoiling in a minute.
Yeah.
The milk gonna be spoiled in a minute.
What you mean by that?
Baby milk, because y'all like, what, 12? What you say you were?
Yeah, I met your match.
It's back to you.
Yeah, I met your
It's
match.
back to you.
So I'm gonna check in next. I'll say I am at a solid. I'll say I'm probably at like a 7. Like I said, we took a hiatus from the podcast for a couple of weeks, for multiple reasons. One, y'all may have noticed that I was promoting what would have been episode 3, and then that episode never came out. So I had some technical issues with trying to put that episode out, and I ended up losing the episode. So we have to redo that episode. So I kind of had to take a step back from myself and really just go through my thought process of how I want to put content out there. Because I think I promoted it, and the way in which my process was going, I would promote the episode. And then just to build the hype of the episode while I'm editing the episode and going through it. And then I kind of put myself in a little trick bag in the fact that because I lost it and I started promoting it already, now for me, I got an expectation that I got to put that out there. And when I couldn't get everybody together for schedules to align, now I'm like, damn, I'm already getting off on the wrong foot trying to set all of this up. So I really had to take a step back, analyze my process with everything. And we back. I think we're gonna be better than ever now. Um, but yeah, I say I'm at a 7. Got a lot going on outside of podcasting. Um, outside of the main job, I'm also part of the national board for my fraternity. So, trying to get everything aligned with them. Semester coming to an end, and I'm the academic officer. So, trying to get everybody the entire fraternity's grades together and me planning for the future. So, got a lot of planning, a lot of stuff going on. And why are you shaking your head?
Bro,
Oh, y'all got your own
no,
thing
it's
going
this,
on.
man.
Please
Bro, you
finish.
please finish.
Please.
Man. I'm
Alright.
trying to keep a straight face.
All right. But yeah, so I'm at a 7. Would like to be higher, but I mean, we going there.
We're gonna get there.
Yeah, by next week, I probably
By
gonna
the
be
end
at
of
like
this
a 9.
episode,
It varies,
Yeah.
right?
You
It
right.
varies,
By the end of this episode, I'm gonna be at a 9
You
out
gonna
of
be
10.
at 11.
nah.
He said,
Go ahead.
There ain't no hope for you.
"Ain't
Nah,
No hope?
Ain't no hope for that.
Damn. All right. So let's get into our topics, right? So starting first, I want to talk about what it means to be a man and toxic masculinity, right? So first, my first question is, what does it mean to be a man? And I'll start with Seth for this one.
I mean, you couldn't really start with y'all, right?
I ain't gonna lie, he got jokes.
I mean, like,
I'm
there's a
asking.
difference between like man,
Do
old,
men do this?
old man.
It's different between boy too, right?
No.
Men do this,
Right?
Men do that.
Do men have chest hair? You got some?
Yeah.
I'm asking. No,
Yeah,
pull
I
up
do.
your chest. No, I feel like.
Why'd you need that though? Why'd you need that confirmation? I'm just asking.
Because I feel like it was lying. But I feel like as a
So you
man,
gonna give me a proof it? No damn. He said one string, just one. Like,
just one of these.
Do a little flash.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh,
I'm trying to find one. You know what I mean?
I don't want
You got
it's your
eyelash.
chest hair, bro. You don't gotta show
Pluck
him
the
shit.
eyelash. You
No,
there,
no,
boo.
you're right.
I like to
But no, I feel like being a man is all about your responsibility, trying to be consistent in terms of helping the people that are close to you without. I don't want to say no excuses, but men don't really get excuses. You know what I mean?
That's
no matter
true.
if you got excuses that make like actual sense, they don't care. And about a day, I mean the world. So I feel like it's more so about just handling your business consistently, making sure you can put yourself in a situation to be successful, so that we can put your family and your woman in a situation to be successful, because they rely solely on you. So I feel like it's just more so about responsibility. That's really it.
I agree.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It's really like the responsibility part heavy. I'm not gonna lie. Just having a sense of it, you know.
Okay.
Like, you just gotta take care of your job. I mean, like I said, I'll
Yeah.
speak for them because I'm trying to help them learn.
Yeah.
So it's more so like,
Yeah, you
You know.
being the elder.
right.
You gotta,
Yeah, I'll babysit. So my thing is, if you a man, you got a job to go to every day.
Yeah.
Regardless of what you got going on in your life, they expect you to be at that job.
I ain't never seen no man do that.
Just like,
Hey man, let this man go through his thoughts.
I say you never seen a man, so I was trying to make sure. You
Nah,
know.
I definitely
So-
don't see the man. I definitely don't.
So when you got any type of responsibilities, kids, you got a wife, any type of job. What's up with you, bro? You got bills to be paid. You got yard duties. You got whatever the situation is. Motherfuckers gonna throw a lot at you. As a man, you got to organize that and get it done. You know what I'm saying? You don't have no options, no choices, no excuses, no let me phone a friend. They don't care. Just get that shit done, and then they'll judge you off how you got it done.
That's true.
I agree.
Yeah, he really just summed it up.
Nah,
Not gonna lie.
All right.
You did your-
Also, though,
Yeah.
moving forward, because we trying to get monetized out here, right? So
Okay.
let's try to keep the cursing to
All right.
a very minimum this episode, right? Nah, but you good though. You straight.
I don't know what to say.
It's like your teacher just caught you.
Yeah, just watch
Nah,
it.
I really should have said it at the beginning of the episode.
Because I know the first minute or so you can't.
Yeah,
especially
first
It's-
minute.
yeah.
I think it's like more than that. The first
Nah, it's
minute.
just the first minute.
Just the first minute.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, because that's
Yeah,
why
just
most
the
people
first
like
minute.
bleep out if you see the first minute if they cuss, and then after that they'll stay
They
on.
won't even touch you.
Okay. Now, who did you learn your lessons of how to be a man from? Who taught you those lessons?
Father and stepfather, actually. He was
Yeah.
a great role model. Which
What's the biggest lesson they taught you?
probably taking accountability for my actions. You know what I'm saying? I had a big accountability problem when I was younger. So
You mean yesterday?
You smooth with it today.
Nah, I swear, bro.
It's rolling on
It's
the
rolling
tongue
off the
easy.
tongue. I ain't gonna care.
Easy.
It's good stuff. But nah, yeah. Just when I was younger, it was just a problem that I had. So growing up and everything, just them, you know what I'm saying, still instilling that into me. Like every time I mess up, it really worked. I ain't gonna lie.
So, I think for me, my dad taught me some, but I think experience really taught me more than anything else. Like, it's a lot of things where you can't learn unless you go through it. You know what I mean?
All these times you've been on Earth, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, for real. So, like, raising a bunch of kids in terms of these two. Not, I don't have any kids, but you have to learn that folks learn from you. Folks learn from you, and you set an example for a lot of people. So you learn from a lot of experience. Like, you go through a lot of trials and tribulations to the point where you have to just man up and just get shit done. Like I said, when you have these young guys around you, they want to look up to somebody. They may not look up to you specifically, but they might see your actions and try to replicate.
That's true.
Reciprocate that. So, yeah.
I'm sorry, I just had to take a deep breath after that. But I think my dad probably instilled in me that everything is not going to be given to you. So you got to go out and get it yourself.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the biggest things. And I feel like it shows in my work ethic. My work ethic.
It sure does.
Yeah.
So who taught me the lessons of how to be a man? So to your point about it being experience, because for I want to say a third of my life, I didn't have a man in my life, right? In the beginning stages. But then when I finally did, I think he was too busy taking care of the house, and making sure, roof was over, food was on the table, roof was over our heads. So much time was spent working and outside the home, that when it came to the conversations that I would have liked to have, of just expectations of what it be take for me, just growing up, those conversations never happened. So I think when it came to finally, I'm gonna say going away to college and me being on my own, a lot of the lessons that I learned had to be taught through experience, had to be taught through my mistakes. And in all honesty, it took the women around me to let me know the expectations that they have of a man. So that's really why I asked the question, because I think a big part of how we learn how to be a man, it doesn't really come from the men in our lives. It's the women in our lives who teach us and who nurture that in us. Because I think in large part, it's so I speak for for our mothers, or my mother more specifically. I think a lot of the things that she tried to tell me, um, about what a man is to her and her point of view, it's by what she needed or what she wanted. So I think it's for some. So like for me, it didn't really come from man. If it wasn't my experiences, it was the matriarchy in my life. It was the women in my life, whether that be friends, girlfriend, parent. Like it's the women in my life who really helped shape the mindset and the experiences that I've had growing up.
No, I agree with that. A lot of the stuff you learn really do come from women and what they lacked, or sometimes what they needed from a man in their life. They try to get it out of you, and then you realize what you need to do for your women. So in the day, being a man is taking care of your woman, whichever it is, your mom, your daughter, your wife, whoever.
To what extent?
To what extent? What you mean? If it's your wife, your daughter, you're taking care of them.
No. Yeah, no, I feel you on that.
And I know you saying, like, in terms of your job is not to be her dad, basically.
No. I get what you're saying.
So what's your question?
In the wife standpoint, but say I'm just out here, mingling,
having bitches. Excuse my language.
What? Nah,
That's what you're saying.
I don't. Me personally,
I'm not saying you, but I'm saying,
but yeah,
for lack of a better
you know what I'm
term.
saying? Because women nowadays, they're out here trying to
secure the bag.
Yeah.
So I feel like as a man, the first job you have, see, you ain't. I know you're still young.
I'm learning.
So the first job you have is to secure yourself, to stabilize yourself. And once you can get a house, a car, your job, that you can secure your bag, it don't matter about these other whores. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna get the one that you looking for, that you want to take care of. At the end of the day, if you find a woman that you're okay with giving her all your money, I ain't saying you're supposed to do that, but I'm saying, like, if you get to the point like, I'll take care of her, that's the one you need to focus on. The rest of them, you can buy some touchdown wings or something every now and then, but you ain't paying their bills. You feel what I'm saying? You need to take a lady that's with her parents, or she ain't in a stable, secure place in her life. Then once y'all get to the point, you're like, this is my lady, you bring her to your life, which you already got stabilized, and then you ain't got to worry about nobody finessing you, because then you chose her.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you guys are the spoiling type for like your female?
Define spoiling. To my monetary.
Not necessarily. I mean, I say both.
What's the other one?
I say like emotionally as well.
Emotionally, yes,
For sure.
easily. Like, it don't need to take a lot for me to
'Cause
try to give a woman what she needs.
Because what I hear like these days from a lot of females is that like their last guy was nonchalant or like this, that, and the third. So I just wanted to see like how y'all felt about it at this table.
I truly don't think anybody is really nonchalant, because there's things in your life that you're passionate about.
Okay.
Like I don't care who you are or what your demeanor is. There are things that get that excitement out of you.
But can't you be nonchalant on specific things?
But
Or
not
does
the
nonchalant
because
describe
this
your
is
whole
why
personality?
this is why I say that. I don't think when it comes to relationships, I don't think men are nonchalant. I just don't think you found the person that merely makes you want to go all out for them.
Right.
I
That's a
think
great point.
because
That's a good point.
because I am the person who like if I like you, like, and I mean like I like you heavy, I'll spend my, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna spend my last dime, but it don't matter what you need. It doesn't matter what you need.
I'm just gonna get more dimes.
You don't even gotta tell me you need it. I'm gonna try to go out my way to make sure that the things that I think you gonna want,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be there to
Take
make sure
care of you.
to take care of you. Like I'll go to extreme lengths to make sure that you're taken care of. Now, when that interest starts to die down for whatever reason, and I don't like you or I don't love you the same anymore, then that's where you get I think you can get that nonchalant response out of people, because you're not fully into it. You're not passionate about it. You don't want it anymore. Yeah. So hope I think I answered your question.
You did.
I feel like, from my perspective, I get labeled as nonchalant, but it's just because I don't give everybody a reaction, and everything don't cause for a reaction. Like, a lot of women that I talk to or deal with or I've met, they think very emotionally.
Okay.
And a lot of their reactions, their decisions is based off raw emotion.
Well, women are emotional creatures.
Right, but that's one thing, right? But I'm talking about in terms of mine. Yeah, I think logically. Like,
Okay.
I have emotions, but I don't fully react raw off the emotion. I'll take time, think about it, and then act. So sometimes, if a woman who, like you said, is an emotional creature, deals with somebody like that who takes time and thinks and don't really act off our emotion, they're like, oh, you don't care, because you're not giving
No,
the
I definitely see
same
what you're saying.
reciprocation.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
I've been in the same situation.
Right. So that's what
I
I'm
see what
saying,
you're
and we
saying.
all can relate to that. Like,
Yeah.
you don't feel like, she don't feel like I'm giving the same as her because I'm not reacting the same.
Or they'll be like, "Are you even listening to me?"
Right. But I'm actually thinking about what you said instead of just giving you raw emotion back.
But
and then
I've also heard that some females really just want you to like go, oh, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? You, like, for example, like if she's like telling you about her day and like she doesn't want you to give her like exact like stuff that she could have improved about it.
Yeah.
But she just wanted you to go, okay, I hear you. Like,
So
wow, that's crazy. Like,
what I've learned is
because some women don't want the answer.
I ask though. I'll be
You'll
like,
ask if you want the answer.
Do you want me to help you or do you want me to listen? And they'll give you an answer. And
Okay.
Just, all right.
That's very good communicating.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, if you guessing, you're gonna piss her off either way. Because she, if she
especially
said
if you keep getting it wrong,
right? But if she said it and you do it, and she get pissed off. At that point, she torturing you. So you should just leave that relationship. You know what I mean? At that point.
Real talk. But that's something that I had to learn. I had that expectation of, or I had that thought that if you're coming to me and you're venting about your day or whatever the case may be, you're expecting me to help you find a solution. Like, you want me to say something. And a lot of times it's like, nah, I just want you, because a lot of times when you're helping find the solution, you may not have been in the right end in whatever it is you mad about. Me thinking logically, you telling me everything, and
You was wrong. Like,
you exactly,
they
you
don't
was
want to hear
wrong,
that.
but you're not looking in that moment. You're not looking for me to tell you that you're wrong or what you could have done better. It's now you just want to make sure that the person that you're with hears you,
Yeah.
and you know you just want that validation of, okay, I am being heard for
I definitely
whatever my
understand
issue
that because
is.
some people, it's not even just women. People just want to be heard.
That's
You know
right.
what I mean?
That's right. Especially, when you ain't got nobody that'll listen to you, give you a hug, ask you about your day. Sometimes you need that to just be your partner. Like they always say, your partner is gonna make you 50% of the man you are, or 200%. They're gonna double you or split you in half. So you got to make sure you pick the right partner. So I don't know. It just depends on how you look at it.
I like it.
All right, moving along. So growing up, I mean, we all got some toxic traits about us. Or at one point in your life, you had some toxic traits about you, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Now, did you learn any toxic traits when you were young? By what are some toxic traits that you developed by hearing those three words? Be a man.
Hmm.
So for me, I become very aloof when I'm dealing with certain things.
Mhm.
And it's toxic because I've had many experiences where I'm communicating with a lady, and then like I have certain shit going on, and I all the communication just stops, and it gets to the point where I'm like, she like, damn, you ghosted me. And it's like, nah, I just can't focus on what we was having going on because I'm focused on this and trying to figure this out. So it's lacking communication on that end, but it's only when I got a lot of stuff going on because they like, be a man, you got to do it by yourself. Yeah, so it's like you think you got to do it by yourself. Sometimes you isolate yourself anytime you need, what I mean, you need to focus on what you're doing.
I got a question. So, like, you said you agree with that too. Like, you have the same situation. Do you feel like it's to the point where you're so busy you can't find a way to balance everything? Because
Mm,
time management, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, you're gonna make time for what you want.
that's true.
Nah,
So
yeah.
maybe you weren't
That's true.
as interested in
I,
that person as you think you were,
all right,
or maybe
so
it was too early to tell.
I don't agree with that.
Because I feel like, you know
I
what I'm
don't
saying.
agree
nah,
with the. I don't agree with the point where, because of course you'll make time for the stuff that you want, but
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I just feel like I'm so consumed and that I need to get this done on a certain time base that I don't have time for you right now. So I can't
Yeah,
just,
I
You're
understand that,
right though.
you know what
You
I'm
say it's
saying?
but
too early, like you just said. That
yeah,
was a good point.
but I'm saying like that that means that person just wasn't a priority, which is okay. But I'm saying like being able just to admit like, oh, this person just wasn't a priority, instead of like, oh, like what you said.
all right.
You know what I mean?
I agree and
I
disagree
I
with
hear what you're
Yeah.
saying, but I think let me know if this is the direction that you was going in with what you're saying.
Okay.
I'm the type of person who, if I do have so many aspects of my life that I'm trying to take care of,
Mm-hmm.
the be a man part of it is to the perception I'm supposed to have all my stuff in order, right? I'm supposed to have things together. So I cannot, well, for me, it was very hard for me to go and admit that I'm struggling in the things that as a man I'm expected to take care of,
that.
because then for me it's now I look weak as a man.
Like I'm not being a man.
I'm not being a man because I cannot, because I'm struggling in these aspects that there's an expectation for me to take care of. So I, and this is where the nonchalant where I've been told I'm nonchalant is there's, I may seem as if I'm reserved or I'm not showing the emotion because for so many years of my life growing up, I was taught I had to hold that shit in. I could not express it, right? I gotta just get up every day and you just gotta do it. That's what's expected of you, right? Like I grew up in East Flatbush, right? Anyone who East Flatbush, Brooklyn, and I'm surrounded by not my role models, but the people who are I'm looking up to when I'm in my teenage years, who not my peers but aren't the adults, so in their 20s. Um, you either you bloods and you crips. Like yeah, you were raised a certain way already,
Yeah.
in not being able to show weakness. So when you talking to your little brother, your little cousin who I'm friends with, and we all there, and you trying to, trying to teach them how to move. You only teaching us one way of how to move. So because I was raised on that, as I got older, and you know, I just held everything in. So now when it comes to trying to manage my time, manage the things that I got to go through, naturally I'm I am like moving away isn't the right word, but I'm distancing myself in a manner from you, whether that's being physically distant, emotionally distant. I'm distancing myself because I don't have all the other things in order and that you're expecting of me. So when things are, and it's only when you got a whole lot of shit going on.
Yeah.
When you don't, now you can be there, right? Because you feel like
Oh, yeah.
you feel like you doing your
I feel like
job.
that's all about communication, though. You gotta let
It
that person
is.
know that.
It is. Sometimes you don't know. Sometimes you don't know I'm about to be in a point where I can't talk to anybody. It's just like somebody messages you and you don't respond, and then
Mhm.
all of a sudden you look and it was 48 hours ago when they messaged you, and you're like, damn.
Hmm.
Now, and sometimes you can't say I
I
gotta
see
suck
what y'all
that up,
saying,
and then
because
I'm not saying you not
yeah,
like
I'm
it's
saying,
on
like,
that man.
that's where the point I was thinking of.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, obviously, I'm saying, like, I've been busy too, like, to where the point, like, you know what I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
looking at my phone, like, it takes like 2 seconds, yeah, but I'm not gonna like be in my phone.
It's more mental.
But that's
like-
where the point is that it comes in where you were saying y'all just maybe it was too early or
To make
'cause
her a
really
priority.
really y'all just aren't aligning at that.
Yeah,
Because if she was your girl, that's different.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's what I'm saying. With your girl, she's a priority at that point.
Right.
So you should. You know what I'm saying, of course, you're gonna be busy.
Right.
You should have, especially like us. We
And she
should have
know
a.
that, though.
We should have a. Yeah, we should have a woman who understands like what we do.
That's tough.
You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, it is tough. But I'm saying that's why you don't settle down with everyone. You know what I mean?
Right.
You have somebody that's understanding of what you do.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of things with women, they don't care about the emotionally distant. They don't care about the physically distant. It's socially distant. When you don't text them or they don't hear a call from you, that's when they start being like,
Yeah.
you ain't shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's never
I see
when
what
you
you're saying.
around them and that you just dealing with shit and you just not able to express everything. They don't care. It's when you don't text them back and they feel like, oh, he didn't prioritize me, he didn't respond to this text message. And then they never text you back, and then y'all have a little whole thing where it's like, well, fuck it, I'm busy. I'm not about to hit her up, and she messaged me 3 days ago.
That's why I try to go for women who are more like driven like me. Like
busy.
I like a girl who's busy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real shit. No, I agree with you because I do know I need to work on that. I'll just disappear.
I'm saying
randomly.
I had to realize that too, and I was like, yeah, I'll be busy, but it like let's say like I'm out like on the road like trying to drop off some shoes.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to navigate myself to go drop off these shoes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to message the guy, making sure that he's going to show up, and then my girl is texting me. Now, me personally, I'm gonna either let her know, you know what I'm saying, that I'm doing this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like through text or through call. Just so like she knows. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It literally only takes like 2 seconds.
And I understand that. I understand that. And it's more so I'm never saying when I'm busy, like okay, I sell cars. Sometimes, when I'm working a deal, it'll just pop up out of nowhere. So I'll just start talking to a customer and then it turns into a 2.5 hour process. And at some point, sometimes I can go, but sometimes the customer's already with me, so I don't just stop. Hey, hold on, let me text my girl, tell them I'm talking to a customer. You know what I mean?
For sure.
But
I definitely understand.
I never really have that problem. It's more so when I'm like mentally.
But if your girl knows what you do as a career, she should understand.
That's if that's your girl. Now, a lot of times when you trying to talk to new people, they hear what you're saying,
but they don't
hear what you're saying.
But I'm not gonna care that much about someone's opinion who isn't. First of all, who isn't understanding my side either.
Correct.
But I'm saying like.
But my thing is not even saying
you haven't become a priority at this point either.
I'm not even talking about being busy physically though. I'm talking about like sometimes you have a lot going on mentally. You know, you're just trying to figure out life, and you trying to figure out your job, and you trying to figure out this, and you trying to figure out in terms of income. Like you just figuring out a lot of stuff. That's when I just physically sometimes shut off. Like I can't talk.
That's
to
a lot
this
these
person.
days.
That's what I mean. Like I don't have a situation like that where I don't lost good relationships, and I feel genuinely bad about it. But you know, sometimes you just move people, and then you can do about it.
But that's life, though.
That's life.
That is life.
You gotta chalk it up to the game.
All right, so we're gonna move on to our next topic, but before I get into it, like I said, we playing spades today. So cards been dealt out. It's me and Seth on teams. We're going against Mark and Josh.
Cheaters.
Oh,
We gonna hopefully it's
Might not
gonna be
cheat
a
either.
great game. Hopefully it's not gonna be no renegs this game. Everyone knows what a book is this game.
Man, I ain't even gonna lie. Y'all go watch episode 2.
Nah, please go watch
was
episode
crazy.
2.
Tell you.
Nah, that was
Please
crazy.
go watch episode 2.
Hey, shout out to Corey, but also fuck him. I mean, my
Hey,
fault,
man.
my fault. You can beat that up.
Yeah,
That's 2.
Not my fault. You can beat that up. But yeah, Corey.
You might need to put timestamps on
Nah,
here.
it's just tough, bro.
Put timestamps.
If y'all watched that, bro, the emotion, bro, I wanted to choke this.
Nah, I like it. Was funny.
It was. This man don't know.
Nah, just in
Nah,
his face, he was like,
because he was dead serious too. He was dead serious.
That's how it be though. When people
Man,
don't really play
stop.
spades like that, it'd be funny, bro.
All right. So I dealt. So Mark is going to start off, but first let me read off on what our next topic is. So we're gonna get into family dynamics, right? So my first question to y'all is: do you think you saw examples of the family you dreamed of growing up?
Yeah.
So did you think that you had real life examples, not on TV, not through media, anything of a real life example of the family that you hope to have growing up for yourself?
No.
in my household?
No. Well, yes. So like, yeah, in real life, like you saw the family that you want.
Yes.
I say yes and no because my parents got divorced,
Mhm.
but afterwards they got into relationships where they've been happy. So like, but me personally, I was too young to like notice if they were happy. I feel like they were, but I would never know because I wasn't like mentally there to understand.
He was
But
young.
yeah, young.
So this is like recent.
But yeah, yeah, they got divorced. So you know what I'm saying. I don't want a divorce in my relationship in the future. So yeah, I mean that's just the only thing I have different with them.
I feel like sometimes I think it's too good to be true on how, because like I hear other people complaining about their parents and all that, their sibling, whatever. But then when I go home, it's just like
It's chill.
chill.
Good for you.
No,
I'm actually happy for you.
Nah,
man.
for real, it's a blessing for real.
Yeah, I feel like you should be thriving. Grew up in a good household. I'm happy for you.
Oh, he is.
I'm not saying he's not.
He said, "Oh, he is."
Yeah, I'm not saying he's not. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that does a lot for somebody when you grow up in a peaceful
Not yet.
household. You know what I mean? I don't feel like I had that. Like my parents, I feel like my parents like the opposite of yours. Like they never let each other go. You know what I mean? I feel like that's why for me, I tell any girl I talk to, one thing I won't be in is a loveless relationship where y'all get attached and comfortable and y'all stick around, or if you have kids or something like that, get to the point where we just gotta stick together type situation. I would never do that. Like if I feel like the love is gone, I'm walking out the door. That's just me. I don't care what the situation happens because I feel like that's what I watched where they were still together, but I felt like the love just like dwindled a little bit, and it got to the point where they just was doing it for the kids or doing it for the situation instead of the love and the passion, the commitment. So that's why I don't know. Maybe that messed me up where I'll just ghost or disappear too soon because I don't want to get to the point where the love is drained. But no, I don't feel like I had a perfect example of a relationship in front of me.
You could start, by the way.
Oh, all right.
But
I have two questions.
hey, can I respond?
Oh, my bad.
Man.
My bad.
Yeah.
This ain't my shit.
Oh, yeah. Get a little ahead of yourself, young man.
Young man is.
But no, I didn't. And I say that my pops, he lives in a whole different country, right? So for a large part of my life, it was just me and my mom, and me looking at all the families around me and my friends growing up. I don't have a single friend who, no, I have one friend who, well, even in that, his like parents were separated. So I've never had an example in my life that I saw to a black family in which there was a father and a mother in the household. So I told myself, like, throughout my entire life growing up, that I'd do anything in my power to make sure that my family stayed together, right? because I know what I lacked by not having a father in my house for a really long time. And I think there was just a lot that I think he would have been or should have been tasked to take care of when it came to me, and I don't even mean financially, right?
Mhm.
Um, and this is going back to just raising me to be the type of man and father that I want to be and strive to be on a daily basis. I felt like that was important. So for me now, and in the fact that the dream and what I wanted got blown up anyways. I still in a way to the fact of, you having parents who are divorced, but
Mhm.
they still seem happy and things still worked out.
Yeah, and they're friends
Um
too.
and their friends.
Yeah.
That's I think that was the in the case where things went wrong.
You got alternatives.
The alternative for me was I at least want to make sure that we are still good friends and we still have that level of care for each other that our son can see, because I think that's number
That's
one.
important for
That's
your kids to see.
important that
Mhm.
you can see that this, two people who dreamt of building a life together, even when it doesn't work out, they can still hold each other in high regard and still show a level of care for each other, not just for the benefit of the child, but just because y'all genuinely just have it cannot work out, but it can still work out between
That's fine.
y'all. So that's I think that's goal now for me in painting a picture for our son. It's it's even when things don't work out, for when you have a wife, husband, whoever it is, like even when the relationship doesn't work, y'all can, as long as there ain't no bad blood between y'all, especially when you have kids involved, you do whatever you can to have a healthy environment for your child. um yeah, but you go ahead and what questions you
Oh,
have.
my bad. Questions were, so do you feel like you can have love without loyalty? And then do you feel like you can have loyalty without love?
I feel like you can have love without loyalty. Yes. I don't feel like you can have loyalty without love. Now, with the that's crazy.
I knew I was gonna throw you off.
Nah,
Yeah,
that's tough.
just a little bit, right? Yeah.
All right, so the love without loyalty, I feel like love is a feeling, right?
Right.
So you cannot be loyal to somebody but still have like deep love, deep passion for them. Like you was there for me then. You was it's a lot of attachment, a lot of memories that'll make you love a person. But with loyalty, like similar to 21 Savage said, like you can have my back regardless of if you love me. Like you just that's my man's, that's my girl. Like you loyal to that person. So if you don't feel like you know what I'm saying, you love them, you still can be like, all right, but I feel like I owe them this. I feel like we have been through so much that I'll still look out for you. So I feel like yeah, it could go either way. It's tough in a relationship though, because respect plays a part of that as
Definitely.
well.
Nah, yeah.
So like
Respect is
you,
big.
Is big.
yeah, like you cannot be loyal. Once somebody's not loyal to you, sometimes they don't respect
They
you,
don't.
and
Yeah.
and it just don't work out that way sometimes. So in life, yeah, in a relationship, it's tough. If that person still respect you, then yeah, it's possible. We gonna see how many you got.
Now you gonna have to go up.
Oh yeah, yeah, I like that. I was just gonna see
That's
how many
easy,
you
my
got.
brother.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fine.
just want to see how many you got.
Oh, don't worry, it's here.
But yeah,
What's our next question?
um all right, so when do you decide to spend the rest of your life with a woman? Is it when you make the decision that you're going to get married, or the decision to have a child with them? Because I'll give you, I so I for me, it's not marriage, it's when you decide to have a child with somebody. The reason being is you can get married to somebody and then
never seen them again.
get a divorce, and then that's it, you never see him again. But when you decide that you're going to have a child with somebody, if you're not a deadbeat, even when things don't work out in your relationship, you still have that understanding that no matter what, we are still going to be a part of each other's lives because we have a child together, right? It goes beyond, you know, it goes beyond your child turning 18, anything like that. Your child can be 40, and no matter what, our lives are still going to be attached to one another. Like it doesn't matter what. We're gonna be family for the remainder of our lives once you make that decision that you're gonna have a child with somebody.
That's a fact, but I don't know because that is tough because how how do you expect someone?
I'm I mean, could you say that in the sense of whoever you lay down with?
Yeah, I was about to say, but how can you think that?
Because whoever you lay down with, you gotta
you have to think that in the back of your head, like, am I okay with this person possibly? You know what I'm saying?
You should think that if you raw dogging, you laying down with women, you should think that.
I mean, even if you're not raw dog,
Even if you're not,
there's a
shit,
chance.
All right.
There's a
that
chance.
that
Okay.
99
But he said
is not-
decide to have a child.
So
with
this
him. He
is
didn't
this
say
is this
possibly.
is she telling you I am pregnant and you making that decision. We are going to keep it.
Like I can see.
Once you make that decision of we are going to keep
wait,
it.
who is we?
Yeah, I was about to say because it's ultimately the female's like decision.
Yeah, I mean, but yes, it's ultimately her decision whether she's going to keep the child or not. But I'm saying with the decision to raise a child, that is not just a her decision. That is a me and you
If I
both
say-
saying
Yeah,
we
but-
want to raise a child together.
But your point was the spending the rest of your life with someone.
But are you going to have a child with somebody and you don't expect that you're going to spend the rest of your life with
Sometime-
somebody? With them?
I'm just saying because sometimes it doesn't work out like that.
But I know it's not going to work
But are you
out that
saying
way.
in the instance where I decided like purposely to have a child with
Yeah.
this? Okay. I feel like it could go both ways because if I marry somebody, I expect to spend the rest of my life with them. And then if I have a child with somebody, I expect to, you know what I'm saying, spend the rest of my life with them.
Okay. So
it goes both ways.
yes, you had that expectation. When you get a divorce, let's say in the case that you get a divorce, are you expecting that you guys are still going to be in each other's lives after you get your divorce?
No. If we have a kid?
No, if you don't have a
See
child.
what you just said?
Exactly.
Yeah,
If you
kids
have a
aren't
kid.
warranted in a
Exactly.
marriage, though.
Oh, okay.
That's
Like
not
you were
given.
just married. No
You
kids.
were just married, no kids.
No kids.
You're not gonna chop it up with Shorty no more. You be like,
I
that's
mean,
my ex.
me personally, like in relationships that I've had,
You cool with all your exes? Damn.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yo, girl,
it's-
strong.
It's just like I've never had beef with an ex.
Okay.
Say-
So you're leaving them.
Okay.
No,
No.
not
But
even that.
Say you are friends with your ex, right?
Whose turn?
Is
Whose
it
turn
your
is it?
it's Mark's. Is it your responsibility to tell your next girl that you are friends with
Yes.
your exes?
I feel like you have to.
Absolutely.
I feel like if you friends with an ex, if you had sex with a friend that is just your friend, if you any of that, I feel like in terms of proper communication,
You
not
got to
saying you're
disclose that.
required. I feel like you got to say, hey, I'm just let you know, little shorty that I'm cool with. Had her twisted 3 ways past.
You got to say all
But you
that.
gotta say whatever. But I feel like you got to communicate that point. You know what I mean? I feel like that just makes everything make sense. Because otherwise, she gonna always have suspicion, be asking you questions. Who is that?
I wouldn't necessarily say that. You know what I'm saying? Me and all my exes are cool because I would say we're cordial. You know what I mean?
That's what you said.
No, we're cordial, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not.
At what point are you cool with the ex though? If y'all are communicating on
What's cordial with that?
No,
what's cordial?
Like
cordial is like if I see them in public,
speak.
if they have something to say, like on my social media, like if they have a question, like I've had an ex come to me, like call me about like questions about car accidents because she got in a car accident. I've been in 2, so it's like, you know what I'm saying. She had a question about it.
So you telling me? I don't know, bro. That's
You almost said it.
what? Okay. So I feel like so you say you'll be comfortable with that. You live in a world where you'll be comfortable with your girl ex and her like, hey, you remember that soup you used to cook? Can you show me like how to do that? And she giving him the recipe, like just casual communication. You cool with that?
He giving her the recipe.
Like what?
You cool with that?
Like just giving her the recipe?
Anything like that? Like just casual conversation.
Just
As long as
casual
it's not-
conversation.
I ain't gonna
long
lie.
as
I
it's
didn't,
not
as long
sex.
as
you saying that right now, I didn't believe it.
No,
That's tough.
as long as it's not crazy, like
So long as it's not that
No.
sexual or not crazy.
exactly,
you
or like
cool
no
with it.
flirting, like we
Okay.
good. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you should trust that person enough. If I'm dating you, I trust you enough to where, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
You can have those conversations.
I feel that.
I trust you enough to go in public. I trust you enough to walk out the house. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Be around. Wait,
So okay,
why
so
y'all looking at me like that? Hold on. Did I say something crazy?
Let me ask this real quick.
Did I say something crazy?
Let me ask this real quick. Say the ex comes on to you, right? Is communication instantly
Ended, yes.
ended?
Because at that point you're disrespecting my girl and my relationship. So and you've already been told that I'm in a relationship because I'm gonna let you know.
Yeah.
Like there's boundaries.
So then you let your girl know that Shorty tried to talk to you.
I'm telling my girl.
Nah, that's on Mark.
Straight honesty. I'm telling
yeah, that's what I feel you on the honesty part. I just do. Okay, let me ask you a question. Does time in the relationship has a factor on that? If somebody was in an 8-year relationship and then they was texting their ex still,
that's still disrespectful. Like, are you saying like
I'm saying you'll be still comfortable with it? If they was
I'm
like,
still comfortable.
What if it was
because
like
at that point that was
married?
You said 8 years.
Yeah, like what if they was like married?
That was like yo.
You thought about spending your life with this person, basically.
What I'm saying. So obviously, especially if you've only been with me, let's say like a year. At that point.
I mean, so my question
you gotta think about it though. They're close.
You making sense, but I feel like you shouldn't have talked to me until you was at least some point like distant from that man. Like y'all shouldn't still be best
But I feel
friends.
like you're thinking about it like they're talking every day. That's not what I meant by cordial. Like in my instance.
Oh, you saying like casual text messages about normal everyday stuff?
No, I'm saying like a month goes by. I post something relatable to her. She says, "Oh, that's like," she may laugh at it. You know what I'm saying? That's cordial.
Okay.
Or again, like the instance I had, I got in a car accident. Like, how do I pay this ticket? Or how do I go through the website? This, that, and the third.
That's fine.
You know,
right?
That's casual.
That is casual. She ain't got no man in her life to. She can
but her calling me saying, "So how's your day?" Like on some, like I wouldn't say that's crazy, but I'd be wondering like, why are you? I wouldn't let her know again. Oh, I'm in a relationship. Just so you know the boundaries.
In that instance, she just asked how your day was. You're gonna be like,
I'm in a relationship.
Chill out.
I'm gonna keep having the conversation with her, but if I feel like it's like she's like trying, yeah, I'm gonna, you know. Okay. You ever seen that meme of that dog doing a side eye?
Yeah.
I'm like that. Like,
yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you this real quick. Real quick.
Yeah, go.
You're in the car with your girl.
Okay.
Ex calls. Do you pick up or no?
That's actually happened to me.
Yes or no?
But I did. I mean, if I go by what I've done, I haven't picked up.
Okay, but like right now,
what if the ex actually needed you for something? Like, what if she actually needed you, and y'all are casual?
Then she could send a text. My bad.
I feel that. I mean, now in his life,
she can send it.
That's like perfect communication. You know, everything makes sense. Perfect scenario. And you're assuming the woman is calm headed, cool, collected.
You talking about the woman I'm with?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like in those scenarios that will work.
But I just feel like in my instances of being with females, like I've been a very trustworthy person. So like there's been no reason for them to have anything in the back of their head that I would do anything shysty behind their back. You shouldn't have held that thing.
No, I mean, I ain't have no situation where I could have just, it was jokers going out and stuff.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Dang, this looking like episode 2.
All right. So, next question I'm gonna ask y'all before we get into intermission, right? Should the man be the breadwinner of the household?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, but
would I like to be? Yeah, but if she is,
I couldn't be in a scenario where my woman makes more money than me. Not because of masculinity, it's because I've seen how women treat their man when they are the breadwinner. I'm not saying every woman, but just the majority. And it's actually, you can look at the statistics. Women respect their man less when they don't take care of them. They feel like they can tell you what to do. They feel like you're more disposable if you're, because at the end of the day, if your man is not taking care of you and you doing all the work, same way like a woman, feel like if you doing everything, she's not doing nothing except taking care of the house. Sometimes you feel like, I ain't gonna say what y'all feel like, but statistically, folks feel like they're disposable. So same thing with the opposite. If women are used to men being the top breadwinner, you know, I take care of the bills, I go to work, do this, and they making $290K. Now all of a sudden they look at a man a little differently, and this has been on shows. I think you can quote Gabrielle Union said this. She said she feel like she's allowed to cheat if
That was
she
what her last husband. Yeah.
she said she feels like it because she makes all the money. So I feel like women in general just respect you less. So I wouldn't want to be in a relationship like that.
I definitely see your point.
Damned if a woman come home and just telling me, get up, do this, do that, and I don't feel like I have no control of my life because she pays the bills. That's just me.
I definitely see your point. I feel like the ideal circumstance I want is a balance.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
we
both win. Like, I mean, of course, I would want to, you know what I'm saying, be the winner so that I can give her that like extra. Because I'm a giver, so you know.
So you mean in the sense that she just making bread, I'm just chilling?
Nah, she just makes more money than you. She's the breadwinner.
I mean, I'm chilling with that.
Yeah, if it's
because I'm still gonna get mine.
Because say she, I mean, I'm chilling.
If I make $100K and she make $300K, I'm not gonna trip. You make a little bit more money than me, but I ain't gonna trip because we a unit. But if like she make $400K and I make $50, that's gonna be tough because like you out of my range at that point. Like I'm saying,
like why she not putting you on?
That was.
I feel like you out of my budget at that point because sometimes women they just have certain expenses and certain lifestyles that if I'm just along as the prize. Sometimes it's not gonna work out. Now, some women it work. They just want you to be there, look good, take care of them when they need you to.
Like a trophy.
It could work, but I'd rather be the one in charge of the money, unless it's like, you know, we both making a good amount. I don't care at that point. We just have good credit and pay for stuff.
Do you think a big part of it is respect and just how you see me? Because to the first point that you made, you can make more money than me, but that doesn't necessarily feel like give you a sense of entitlement that you can walk in and tell me to do X, Y, and Z, because you feel as if you got that control because you make more money than me. But if you respect me enough, the money don't matter to the decision that we make inside the home.
100%. 100%. I feel like, but that's the problem. I feel like, especially in today's society, money tells all. You know, if whoever makes the money, it feels like they're in control. So it in a lot of situations, women not gonna respect you if you don't make the money. What they say, broke boys don't deserve no. You know, I feel like that's how women feel nowadays.
Broke boys don't deserve what?
No, Juwan got on to me twice. I'm not gonna.
We know the lyrics.
Yeah, I'm not gonna test it again. So I just feel like like I was saying, that women in general, obviously every woman different, but I just feel like they respect the man that can take care of them.
Hey, bro, who shuffled this?
That's a good point. Cause
you cut. So
I know who. I know who did it. I'm just saying.
I was trying to make sure you cut because you know we could have got out of it, but
all right. Let's get an intermission, right?
This is my favorite part.
All right. So they might go 10 for 2. So for intermission, right? We're gonna talk about. We gonna sit over here and we're gonna, you know, listen to some icks that women have about men, and just react to it. Like we don't know what the icks are. You know, I have my bro Josh. It's another Josh. He's over there on the couch. He's gonna he's gonna
on the what?
Caucasus.
From the mountain of Caucasus.
Yeah. That's where they originate from.
Yeah. So he's gonna tell us some icks, and we're gonna see, you know, how big these icks are, if they serious, if they not. So Josh, what's our first ick?
All right, the first one is calls women females.
All right. So calls women females is the first ick.
You said I did that?
Yeah, you did. I was gonna correct you, but
I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice.
I do that.
Nah, I stopped doing it because I know it pisses women off.
Yeah, it do.
But
I didn't even notice.
The thing is, though,
I can see why that pisses them off, though.
I do that.
No.
I ask a girl,
I ain't gonna cap.
like,
If a girl called me,
they'll be like, no. Like, why would it?
It's different. Well, first of all, y'all young generation, a lot of women are numb to certain things because, like, I done see dudes call women bees. Like anything.
Bees is crazy.
I done seen
like
because
that.
they just numb to it.
Some girls like that.
Like I seen. I ain't gonna get into it. But a lot of
Yeah.
women in nowadays is like kind of calm on a lot of
Yeah.
words. But females, they do get triggered on just because they feel like it's a species thing instead of a woman, lady, woman, girl.
I mean,
something like
I've
that.
heard of it, but
Because if she walked up and was like, "These males over here, y'all want
It would
be weird."
No, I'd side eye because it like sounds weird.
Yeah, it'd be weird.
I wouldn't be offended.
I wouldn't be offended either.
But
I don't get the
but I would
offense,
think it's
but
weird. I would think it's weird.
I think it's
look at all
just.
those women. Is that what they want me to walk up and say?
That's all that word.
Women.
Yeah, that's
women.
That don't make sense.
That's just improper.
Women.
Women.
Is plural.
Yeah,
Women is just some shit you made up.
Lying. That's this.
He was explaining it, bro.
Nah, that was funny.
But I get it, but I just it's a descriptive term to describe women. Like, so I don't get it, but I get I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to piss them off. So it is what it is.
What's next?
Being straight.
Is an ick?
Yeah.
They want.
How do I know
Being
Josh
hold
picked
on,
something like
hold
that?
on.
They
All
want
right.
only bisexual.
So if
people.
y'all didn't hear, he said being straight is an ick that this person has in a man.
I don't even know what to say.
I
about
don't.
Yeah, there's nothing to say.
It's
that. Hey, let's go to the next one.
yeah, because it's tough. Because like, what you want me to do?
Now how's that an ick though?
Because I'm not open. I'm just innocent.
Yeah, I don't know what to say to that.
I got a question. Do y'all know when like another man is like
coming on you.
No.
Oh.
Is it? Do y'all know when another man is attractive? Do y'all know when another man is attractive?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a human. You know what I mean?
Because some people be like, oh, I don't like, I can't see guys that way. Like,
Nah, I think that's toxic.
That's toxic.
Yeah,
because
because
I
could definitely tell.
That's
Like,
what you supposed to know.
yeah,
exactly.
It's an easy way to
You'd
test
be
somebody.
like, oh, nah, that man can take my girl. Let me walk this way.
That's what I was about to say.
Exactly.
That's how dudes be moving.
Exactly.
And dudes are
I give a little
accidentally-
tug, like, oh, we going this way. We going
Yeah,
to this
yeah,
store.
niggas trying to look good
Like the
over
store
here.
over here.
No.
You
He
know
was
what I mean?
going around.
Come on, bro.
Go right to the car.
Yeah, just go.
Yo.
But that's facts though. Like it's dudes say that, but they know. Like I had a friend tested. He walked up. He said, "Man, that dude Chris Bosh, bro, he ugly as hell." And everybody was like, "Oh God!" He's like, "Carmelo, bro, he ugly too." And dude was like, "Nah, you wildin'." And he was like, "What you trying to say?" He's like, "No, I'm just saying you wildin'. Like you can test it."
Nah,
Bruh.
So dudes know, but they just don't want to admit it. They
No,
found
we
it.
know, bro. It's not.
yeah.
So apparently, Josh got a point.
Yeah.
Most dudes ain't.
But before you get into the next one, we do got a
bid.
we got a
Oh, yeah,
bid.
you got a bid.
Damn.
I ain't gonna lie, I got you 5.
5?
Oh wait, nah, it's on them.
Yeah, it's on them.
I ain't gonna lie, I got you 0, my boy.
0.
Not even a possible.
I got not even a possible.
Not even a possible.
Ooh.
What is up, bro? I only got 3. We gotta go fuck them.
Yeah, we going board. We going board.
I'll finesse it.
But we might as well. You know what I mean?
Y'all might as well go
Go
9.
10?
Yeah, I might as well go 10 for 2.
Yeah, why not?
Wait, where'd it go?
4.
We
How
got
many you
4.
say you had?
I said 4.
Oh, you had 4?
We got 4.
By yourself?
No,
We
he
got
said he
4.
had 3.
Yeah,
He
3.
said he had.
I said 4.
3.
So you got a possible up in there. I know he got.
So
He
he
can't
captain.
bid.
So he captain.
He captain.
No, yeah, for sure.
He gonna get at least 1.
All right.
So go 10.
They really got 5 for real.
Watch how this
So
go.
we might as well go 8.
I'll put it down. Y'all going
Wait.
8?
That's
What
one
we
book
got?
left.
Y'all
I
got
trust you
90.
wholeheartedly.
That's one book
Nah,
left.
we can go 9 if you want.
Then you can go 10.
Go 10.
I mean, at that point, bro, you saying you gonna give us what we get? Come on, bro.
Yeah, basically.
Nah, I ain't gonna tell you what you is.
All right, so y'all going 9?
I definitely can get 4. I definitely can get 4.
I ain't hear what you said.
You said what?
I said
You can't get more than 4.
I said I could definitely get 4, but
Let me see.
I mean, just depending on, I probably could push out 1 more. You know what I mean?
That's
I say risk it for the biscuit. You feel me?
yeah.
I can get you maybe.
Write down 10. Write down 10. Write down 10.
You want
Write down
to
10. Write
I
down
wonder how this look, like this big old jug.
It looks exactly how it looks.
Yeah.
It look like you drinking a chud jug. or
Big
something.
old-
It's a chug jug, for real.
That's exactly
Wait, what you want to do?
Real niggas know what a
Call
chug
it.
jug is, huh?
You call it
10.
All right, bet.
Risk it for the biscuit. What you talking
It's 200? Right? That's what I
Yeah.
read? Yeah.
Let's do it.
It's-
Wait, 200.
Cause yeah. All right. It's on you, said. What's the next ick?
The next ick is can't fund my unhealthy obsessions.
We
Can't
locked in.
fund their unhealthy obsession.
That's a case of being spoiled. That's what that is.
Unhealthy obsession.
That's a case of being spoiled. A lot of people these days are just spoiled.
So she wants you to take care of her.
Which actually you really can't fault girls at just having preferences.
No.
You really can't. So like if she wants a guy who gonna trick, you know what I mean?
But that's not
by all means.
my problem.
Find you a guy who gonna
My
trick.
problem with that is
If you know I'm
when
not
men
that,
have preferences.
It's a problem.
It's a problem.
It's
If
cool when
I
they do it.
I want a woman to shut the hell up and
You know
just
what I'm
suck.
saying?
Like that's a problem.
What?
But if I want, but
what is he on?
I'm
Wait a
saying-
minute.
I'm saying hypothetically. But if a woman says, "I just want a man that gives me money,"
Nah.
everybody support her. That's a problem, bro. That's I don't agree. With
He
that.
ain't lying, but
Is that like a
the way
Yeah.
he just came off?
I don't agree with that statement. All right, I'm throw this out.
what's next, bro?
Sometimes it's just a double standard, man.
It
you
is.
Just you can't.
It is a double
Sometimes
standard.
you just have to live with it.
We're not
I'm
about to get
gonna
into
lie.
that, bro. It is a double standard, bro.
Doesn't
Life
know
is a
how to
double
dress.
Does it?
Doesn't know how to dress as an
Hey.
ick.
Hey,
I ain't gonna lie, it's not that hard to
go
do.
check out.
everybody
Hey, go
into
check out
fashion.
flea markets.
But
Everybody-
You
okay,
don't gotta be in
but
the
no,
fashion
but
to
that's
know
the
how to
thing.
dress.
Yeah, for sure. You just got- really,
But
I'm
if you're
saying-
a casual dresser and
if
you
you're a
don't
casual
care to
dresser,
be
that's cool.
stylish,
but clothes.
Exactly.
I feel like clothes is.
I don't feel like dressing has to be stylish. I just feel like you have to look you have to
presentable.
look decent.
can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
The person that wrote that, you think that's what they were saying?
Nah,
Nah.
They think they want a dude that put that shit on.
put that shit
Yeah.
on.
And every dude not either can afford to put that shit on all the time, or they just don't care for fashion. I just dress comfortably and I'm going to work. Like,
I feel that.
like
I feel that too because
Yeah.
I feel like I do the same.
so I'm a terrible.
Nah, I put that shit on.
Okay. I'm a terrible dude.
But before we had
Damn,
to, listen. Before we had to start
You was-
wearing jeans to work, what was I wearing every day?
A sideways hat and some Jordans.
And what was I wearing
To
though?
work?
No,
That's
no.
crazy.
What was I
Just
wearing
describing
though?
Soulja
I was
Boy.
wearing
Nigga said
big
a-
white tee.
Nigga,
Nah,
No,
say a G shot.
I'm just confused because like if you was just going to work.
but I'm saying though, I mean that's the only shoes I got.
Oh, come on. That,
J's.
Oh.
But look, was I not wearing sweats every day?
Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly.
yeah, but
Because I'm just dressing.
so
I throw in a pair of New Balance.
but I'm
come to work.
saying you don't be putting that shit on.
that has nothing to do
Bro,
with
it's
I'm just
all that
asking
shit, bro.
because you.
Saying
I feel like
But that's
downplaying
that's
yourself,
more
and
of
I
an
just can't
every-
for no reason. As a
that's
friend,
more
I
of an
can't let you
everyday
al-
thing, though.
I can't allow that,
that's what they
right?
said though.
As a homie, I can't allow that, right?
Right. If
Okay.
I throw in some
I can't-
J's and some jeans and a shirt, that's put.
So why are you describing it like that
Yeah,
though?
yeah, like it was casual. A
I
shirt,
wish
some
I could get you to
jeans,
like
some
edit like a
J's.
picture,
But it's not
you
like-
can
it's
of-
not
of
like-
his Instagram.
Yeah, just take
Instagram,
your
right?
Instagram
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Hey,
not.
Hey, that's just
Y'all
free-
could just
that's
follow
free
me.
promo right there.
Y'all can
Yeah,
just
no,
follow
but
me.
I'm
See
saying- I'm saying though, like,
How you make this
Nigga,
about
pop
yourself?
tag.
bro?
who played this.
I did.
it-
Okay.
it's
How you make this about yourself? Bro? We was just talking about it in
I didn't
general.
even try. No, I'm saying though, like, I don't even know how
Right.
to.
What do y'all think putting that shit on means?
I feel like you're fashionable. You're into fashion. That's what a lot of women want their man to be into fashion. Like if I wore some casual plain shirts, if I dressed like Jared Allen from the Cleveland Cavaliers, do you think women would have a problem with that? You know, Skechers, shirt from Route 21 with the speckles on it, and some regular jeans. I feel like they wouldn't necessarily like that. Man, you threw out a heart. Okay.
You heard me say I ain't got nothing.
No.
Oh, I forgot. I was scared, but
What's next?
Oh,
What's the
yeah,
next
yeah.
ick?
The next ick tries to be logical.
See,
Tries?
Tries to be logical.
because they want an emotional man. At the end
What
of
if
the
I'm
day.
just logical? Like,
That's a good point. Like, I feel like I need to talk to this person. Like, they trying to be that irritates you, or since the man is making sense? Because I feel like it comes out to what you were saying. They saying they bullshit, like they
Yeah.
wrong in these situations, but you try to make sense of it, and they get mad.
I feel like I get put in the same situation where someone's arguing with me,
Mm.
but I'm trying to talk things out. But since I don't argue, then it goes back to the nonchalant thing.
Yeah, see, I don't do that rah-rah.
That
I don't do
rah-rah?
that.
No,
So
no.
look, this is a situation. What's the solution? Like, I don't care for you to yell at me and do this.
It's on you.
It's on you. I just feel like we need to come up with a solution at the end of the day. And if that's too logical for a lot of women, I'm cool with being single. You know what I mean?
All right. So now we done with the icks or Give me the most outrageous ick you got. This is gonna be the last one.
Like outrageous or like kind of like
Just one you like.
weird.
One that you. One that's just
I
gonna
was gonna
stand
say,
out.
you couldn't win none.
Drinks and smokes.
Hey,
Drinks and smokes is an ick. I mean,
I
I think
that's low key.
You should have said smoke.
In a sense of what it is, that's valid.
yeah,
what if I
that
do
is
one
valid.
not the
Nah,
other?
yeah, that's a valid one.
I just feel like everybody
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
no,
but
I feel you.
if
But
I don't think
no,
everybody does it because I think there's enough people in this world that don't drink or smoke.
Yeah,
it's fact.
And it's just you just got to find that person who
I
don't
can
drink or
definitely
smoke.
respect that preference though.
But
Because some
if
people,
it's
some people
in,
just don't like that.
if
And
it's
there are
in,
specific reasons not to like it too. I can understand that. Smells,
yeah,
asthma, and then some people might have like personal experiences with drinkers.
yeah,
Like,
No, I get that. That's not
I definitely understand.
arguable. Like if somebody drink, I think I have a problem with when somebody drinks or smoke. You try to be with them, but you have to force them
to change.
Yeah, as opposed to
Yeah.
voicing how you feel, and y'all can go y'all separate ways if that's not a
hmm
a common ground. But yeah, other than that, I mean, personal preference.
Now, what do you say to the person who they didn't have a problem with it, but now they do,
I mean,
and they want you to stop?
you can communicate that, but I don't think you can force me. At the end of the day, if you say I don't want you to drink no more, and I say, man, I need this bottle, that's how I get through the day. I ain't gonna lie to you. Then it's like you can make your decision off that. A lot
That's
of
true.
folks don't ever make their decision off of a response. They just keep trying to ask. I swear we done put out 6 aces, bro. Like at this point, somebody
Right.
change.
All right, so go get into our next topic. So we gonna talk about relationships, right? Now I want to know what does effective communication look like in a relationship? And so if I were to
Me.
go deeper into that, right? Is effective communication when you've told somebody the problem, or is effective communication once they understand and comprehend what the problem is? It doesn't even have to be a problem.
Understanding is the biggest thing.
yeah, I was about to say you
There
can
we
tell
go.
somebody something, but
But a lot of people will say, I said this X like so many times, but you're not getting it. But that's the point. They're not.
because you're not explaining
not
it
ex-
to the point where they're understanding
Exactly.
it. They're
I
not
disagree.
comprehending.
and people get so fed up with
I disagree.
the
with you.
what?
I feel like it's two sides.
I mean,
Okay.
it
Y'all are-
definitely
y'all are-
is
y'all
because
speaking
I
to two
could tell you
different
something, and you just be like,
Right, you speaking to different people. I feel like you can explain the hell out of something, and then that person just doesn't do effective communication. So they're the problem that holding communication up. You can't make somebody understand something.
So then it gets to that point to where the person who's not understanding needs to voice that they're not understanding what
Right.
they're saying,
Right.
and then find a
But
middle
in
ground to really like, yeah.
correct. But in effective communication, you can only do one side. You're only one person. Like so, you
That
can
is true.
explain.
You can only
what
control you.
Like y'all are explaining both sides. Like yeah, I can explain something and I can understand something, but it's like if effective communication, I feel like is me doing my best to make sure you understand what my problem is, and you doing your best to understand and come up with a solution without reciprocating a problem, and then where I'm trying to fix your problem at the same time you're trying to fix my problem. I feel like sometimes that happens, but as long as you're trying to understand on your side and I explained it, we good, and then vice versa.
Really. So, but if a teacher were to sit down and teach a class a lesson, right, and that whole class fails that test, it's going to look bad on the teacher because yeah, you taught it, but
Right.
you clearly didn't teach it in a way where your class understood and retained what you were supposed to teach them, which is why they all got this question wrong. Because yeah, you did your part as the teacher, and you probably put a whole lesson plan together, right? And you did your part in explaining what you had to explain and to try to teach the class.
Right.
But unless the class is actually retains and understands what you're saying, you ain't really teach them.
I feel like let me say two different things. One, it's different when you're trying to explain something to a group of people. Secondly, I understand your point, but like if it's a class of high schoolers, most of them gonna say, and to be honest, I don't understand this, or I don't really know what you mean. Like they'll say it, and that teacher's not listening because they feel like the lesson plan is effective the way it is, so they just gonna keep teaching it. It's different. That's communication, not listening. You're just saying something. It's different when like if you're saying, "Oh, I don't like that you go out with your girls all the time," and that person is saying, "Oh, I hear you," and then they still going out with their girls. You're not really listening. I feel like it got to be reciprocated. Like you got to actually actively listen the same way I'm actively telling you. That's why I say you can only control one side. I can actively tell you the right way, but if you genuinely don't care to fix it, it's gonna sound like I didn't explain it the right way because you didn't fix it. But at the end of the day, you just didn't care.
But you realize you still, in what you just said, you still didn't explain and communicate.
What you mean?
I don't like you going out with your girls all the time. You
Right.
didn't
Why?
even. That's the question.
Right. I'd give a brief example. You're right.
Okay.
But I do understand what you're saying. You see, I can hear you as opposed to just
Mhm.
saying no. This is what I meant to
Mhm.
say. It's all about both sides. But I feel like if I break it down for you and tell you what makes me mad, what makes me not like this, and you still be like, well, I still want to do it.
Now it's
That's
on.
when
Yeah.
you go, okay, well, we just differ. You know what I mean? We just move our separate ways.
I feel like people these days don't have the energy to explain why for a problem that they have. They want you to hear their problem and then immediately fix
Nah,
it.
but life don't work like
Hey,
that.
nah,
Cause
exactly.
you
But
can't expect me to make decisions and move without an explanation as to why I should be moving the way I move. Like life don't work like that. Like I'm not. We got set.
Yeah, I already know.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw him throw that first, I said, damn, they threw out the joke.
But yeah, like life don't work like that. But if you want me to do something, that's fine. But I gotta have because I am a very logical person. You're gonna need to explain to me why it is you want me to do something that's different than how I'm already thinking.
Right. At the end of the day, some people set in their ways. Some people are open to listening. I guess it comes down to just how you were built, how you was raised, and what's your zodiac sign. You know, that's what I learned. That's what I learned. You know, from women.
All right. Next question. What's the biggest? Yeah, I know. What's the biggest lesson you learned from your past or current relationship?
God, I feel attacked with this question. I ain't gonna lie. Dang.
Anybody want
I
to
probably
start?
should go last.
You want to go last? Okay, I'll go first.
Mm.
So biggest lesson I learned from my last relationship is um what proper communication actually looks like. That's actually what I learned in my last relationship. And truthfully learned about myself. Um I think I had so many opportunities to really comprehension was my issue, and like you tell me what the issue is, but didn't comprehend things sometimes until it was either explained to me in a different way. But with that, I think I had this tendency to be dismissive of certain issues because I didn't understand what the issue was to begin with. So that's something that I had to learn about myself that I think caused a lot of problems. But I think the biggest thing that I learned was learning how to heal from situations before trying to move forward. So I use this analogy, and I think I told certain people this analogy, but I think when you try to move forward in a relationship without healing from whatever you got going on, whether that in that relationship or a previous one, you're setting it up for failure. Because I like to say you're building a house when you're in a relationship, right?
Yeah.
But you have your pillars are your foundation. So with you not healing from certain trauma or whatever it is that you went through, whether it be infidelity or whatever the case may be, when you don't heal from it and you say, "Oh, I'm gonna stick it out, ride through it, and eventually it's gonna get better," realize you have cracked pillars in your home, right? That's your foundation. Your foundation is cracked. It's not sound. So you're gonna continue building a house on top of this foundation that is broken, and now you're just going to continue adding weight to the foundation. So until
That's
you
true.
can actually fix and have a solid foundation, you can't move forward because it's going to be a lot harder to try and go and fix a foundation when you done built a whole house on top of it. So I think I had to learn of one how to communicate and truly put myself in a position where I want us to move forward. I want us to last forever. But in order for that to happen, I need to take a step back and heal before we can even think about moving forward, because then we're just setting ourselves up for failure down the line. Because now as we trying to move forward, and because I didn't heal, little things are going to happen that are going to annoy me, that are going to tick me off, that are going to little problems are going to become big problems, and it would have nothing to do with the situation, what's going on now. I'm still thinking about and hurt from shit in the past. So learning how to heal and just learning how to be a more effective communicator is something that those were the biggest things that I learned from my last relationship.
Okay. Similar, like what you just said, basically clicks to me because the same. Another thing is, I learned people will let you do for them as long as you want to. They won't try to reciprocate it. That's not in their nature. So, like, if you have a woman that you're like, I'll do this for her, I'll consistently make sure she do this, do that, do that. You good on this? I'll take care of you on this. Small stuff, you send to bed, I'll go get this for you and bring it to you. And if they don't have that in them, they're never gonna just start being, well, you know what? He always does this to me. Let me do that for them because it's not their nature. They're gonna just keep taking. They're just gonna keep accepting. They're gonna keep doing, and you're never gonna make it to the point where you're like, "Oh, I did enough for her. I feel like she'll at this point, she'll get it, and then she'll come back and do this for me, and it'll never happen."
Can you go back to that first? What you just said? You said it's not in their nature. What's not specifically not in
Because
their
some
nature?
people, like you said you're a giver.
Uh-huh.
Some people just are givers and people pleasers.
Okay.
When you have your woman, you just want to make her happy. If she wants you to run downstairs and go out to the car for something, and you really don't want to, you're gonna go do it. You like, you know what, baby, you good. But if you would fucking roll your ankle, excuse me, and you just needed somebody to do something for you, sometimes they'll be hesitant still, just because they're not in their nature to people please and give. They just do for themselves, and you could never make a person change that about them. That never. Even if you did everything for them, they might do one favor for you, like, yeah, I do owe you that, and then that'll be it. So I did learn that. I learned to make the most of the small things because a lot of times women don't. They take the big things and they accept it in, and it's a dramatic event. But the small stuff they calculate every day. So like if you don't do the small stuff because you don't think it's a big deal, that adds up. That tallies up and tallies up until you don't realize what you did and you get one of those. You know what I found funny? And then you wondering, I thought we was having a good day, but you did one little thing that's been going on that they didn't say nothing about.
But then again, that's on them though.
It is 100%, but I'm just saying I learned that.
Because I know how to read minds, huh?
Yeah, a lot of times women
I'm not a
No.
mind reader.
I hate that. I actually hate that. I'm not a mind reader.
If I'm doing something over and over that you do not like,
right?
Why aren't you speaking up about it and telling me?
Well, some people. Well, one thing I did here, I wish I can remember the exact quote, but somebody was saying basically, if a situation is slightly bad, you won't do nothing to fix it. If your job is slightly irritating and you kind of hate it, you're never gonna quit. It's once it becomes terrible that you like, I'm out. You know what I mean? So they was like, if something is slightly bad, you'll deal with it for the rest of your life.
But then again, some people are set in their ways because they might need a job to where they won't.
That's the same thing in relationships. Sometimes people need company, comfort, and that person next to them that they'll just deal with certain things. They don't feel like they should say something to you because they don't want you to leave. And vice versa. They just don't feel like it's important enough to vocalize because we having a good day. Yeah, I don't like the way you said that, but I'm not going to say nothing to you. I'm going to just let it sit. But then you consistently keep doing that to me. Now I'm going to say something to you, but it's been 3 years of you doing that. So now I'm about to explode on you. You know what I mean? So
exactly. I say like, if you're doing something over and over, why let it go that long to where they are, what's the word? It's built into them now to where it's natural. When they could have just nipped it in the bud at the beginning,
right?
So now it's a routine.
Yeah, so now it's a routine. Like I'm doing it naturally. It's coming out of my. But like when they could have said something, even if they did it like 3 times,
right?
They could have said it on the 3rd time.
Well, you want to know why?
That goes to communication.
I was about to say, some people, we lack in communication. And some people grew up in households. I ain't trying to blame you the way you was raised, but you grew up in a good household. So communication was active. Some people grew up in a household where all you got was, boy, be quiet or whatever. And so you're not used to people listening to you. So when you're in a relationship and somebody's doing something to you, you just accept it and figure out a way around it as opposed to saying to that person, I don't like that. Don't do that. Unless it's something, like they slap you and then you like, hey, don't do that. If it's something small, you don't let it be. Like, I don't like that, but it is what it is. Because that's just in your nature. I know you might not understand it, but everybody's different. Some people may allow small things because it's not a big deal. In the same way, like I said, if it's slightly bad, you won't do that. So when it's terrible, that's when you're gonna be like, all right, I'm sick of this. I'm done. And that's a problem, but that is something I learned from my last relationship for myself and for my.
All right. Go ahead.
I was saying he ain't go either.
I'll go. Something that I've learned from my last relationship.
We got a bid.
Pick 'em wisely.
Wait, say it one more time.
Pick 'em wisely.
Pick 'em wisely. Okay.
That's deep. That's for real.
All right. Valid.
Short and to the point.
Short to the point.
I actually like that.
Mine goes straight back to Jawan. Actually, my communication skills. I actually have this problem. I think that I have good communication skills. I'm a great listener, but then like in reality, you know what I'm saying, I'm lacking in. I'm always thinking of myself like in a high regard into like maturity, but then I don't like realize the mistakes that I'm making. So then, like, I seem arrogant in a relationship sometimes.
Narcissistic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can see that.
So I had to.
Oh, good.
But yeah, I had to realize that. And you know what I'm saying? Going forward, you know what I'm saying?
And that's actually big though, because that takes a lot for you to realize. A lot of folks don't realize what they're doing wrong or their flaws. Like when you say what you learned from your last relationship, I was talking about myself. I'm gonna be honest with you.
No, me too.
Like you learn a lot from the other person, but you also learn a lot from your like. Okay, this messed me up in this one. I need to fix that because if I go into the next one, it's gonna be the same situation. And sometimes if I see myself get into the same patterns, it's not a great thing. But that's when I just disappear because I'll be like, damn, I'm kind of messing up. I'm doing the same stuff. I feel like I'm gonna just send this girl through a world of chaos. I'm just leave her alone. And then they don't want that, but it made more sense to me.
I really feel like I wasn't really ready emotionally to be.
I can see that.
I mean,
because
17, that makes sense.
I just, you know what I'm saying, all the dramatic stuff. This man's 17, crazy.
I was still 11. That's kind of crazy.
No, I mean, but you mature as you go. That's why experience is a big thing.
Yeah.
But you gonna bid?
Yeah, it's time to bid. I got 2, maybe 3.
Mine goes back to yours too. Pick 'em.
Pick 'em wisely.
Yeah, deep, bro.
Not because, like, I'm gonna just give the example. The last girl I messed with, she said that she hit her last dude. Like they got into like a physical altercation.
Oh, she put hands on.
So I probably should have like took that and like, you know what I'm saying?
Sad.
Oh, she might be a little aggressive. She might be a little aggressive. No. We're not doing all that.
I thought you wanted to.
No. We're not doing all that.
Nah,
I can't,
bro.
Can't do all that.
I'll tell you after.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
You gonna have to. Yeah. Once this camera's off, you gonna have to hear this man's story.
You a victim?
No.
I'm not a victim. No, go ahead.
It's both sides are victims. Dang, no, I'm not a victim. Hold on.
Nah.
You a victim? All right. So what you were saying?
I'm gonna die.
What you were saying? Go ahead. Oh, what we bid? It's on them first, bro.
I mean,
it's on them.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
How many can you get?
My bad. That's still
You good? No. I also learned don't tolerate. Don't tolerate a woman speaking to you a certain way. Like you gotta put them in a place up front. And I ain't saying like it's a certain spot you gotta put them, but you gotta put a girl in a place she speak to you disrespectfully the first time. Otherwise, she don't think when she gets mad that's normal.
No, yeah.
Now I put my hand on it. But
wait,
what y'all bid?
Nah, but to that, like I let it be known to people now that because I've learned what healthy communication looks like, and I'm not. If we have a disagreement or we talking, I'm not doing the back and forth, yelling at each other, any of that. I'm never gonna call you out your name. Don't ever call me out my name. And as long as we got that respect level there of understanding of how we gonna speak to each other, then we cool. But the moment that all that other stuff start happening, I'm not gonna deal with it. I'm gonna be quick to let you know, like this not. Hey, either we gonna fix this right now, and this is gonna be the last time you either talk to me this way, or we have this type of conversation, or we gonna go our separate ways because I'm not doing that. I'm
Yeah,
not.
the next woman I talk to, I'm just gonna make sure we understand communication up front in terms of the way we speak to each other. But
I feel like I'm in the stage where I really want to make just female friends. You know,
what you say?
make like female.
I
friends.
agree with
Say
him.
that one more time for me.
Female friends.
Huh?
Female friends.
Huh?
Am I?
You mean women?
Yeah.
Women.
Oh!
friends.
Dang it! Dang. That's three.
He got
I
it.
said
He
it three
did
times.
like
I said
back to
three
back.
times.
Niggas like, female, like you about to spell it out for you. Y'all not hearing me?
F-E.
No, yeah.
My
yeah.
bad.
Go
That's
ahead.
all my women out there. I'm sorry.
So I had, not to start another discussion,
Nah.
but at work, my coworker was saying,
Hey,
it's
y'all
not
can listen in
possible.
bed.
Yeah, y'all definitely can. It's not possible for men and women to be just friends. That's what
Really?
they believe
That's
in.
cap.
Because they said, and I quote, I mean, I'm not saying this, I disagree. I
Mhm.
said it's very much, they said attractive women, it's not possible for a man to be just friends with them without having, like, cause,
I used
for
to think
example,
like that as well.
they said if that woman messaged you in any type of way sexually, then you'll probably fold.
Let's go 6.
They going 6?
6.
Hold on, sorry.
But nah, yeah, I disagree with that statement because I think I have a lot of friends who I think they attractive women, but I have never and would never look at them in that light. No matter the situation, because I've been in the room to where things could be enticing to people, but my eyes have never gone that way.
What do you mean by that? Could you like be more specific?
I mean, I've been in the room and I've seen you without your shirt on.
This has been naked in front of him, and he's saying he didn't care to do nothing.
Yeah, because I'm not like you want to change, go change. Like if you got to change, go change. I mean, I'm gonna turn around and like I'm never gonna try and peek and do nothing like that because I don't see you that way, right? I respect the fact that we actually have a friendship there, and it's not just respecting the friendship. I'm not attracted to you. Like you don't do it for me. And I think because I think it's more than just the actual physical attraction. I think if you have a friend, you know that friend, right? So you know whether or not you just not someone like I could be friends with you, but in that other aspect, I never see you that way.
I feel like also being their friend first, you start hearing like their stories and like learning stuff about them, and now you're learning the negative too. So like
two impossible,
two different.
So that can really turn you off as well.
Like you got 4, or you want to go for?
No, I feel like yeah, I feel like I get 4. So my thing is, we said 6.
He just said 2 and a possible. You said you had 4, so that's
6.
I don't think y'all added
possibly.
But it's on you first. Go ahead, say what you got to say, sir.
But I was just more so speaking like, okay, yeah, when you hear the negatives, you would not date them. I was just talking about sex.
Oh, just sex purely?
Sex, strictly sex. Now I know what you said that answered the question, but in terms of you hearing negatives about a girl, yeah, I would never make that my shorty. But if she hit me up at 1:30 and was like the neck is available, sometimes dude would be like, all right, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna slide.
Okay, but you also got to think about this way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is this somebody who you expect them to be you expect to be friends with them for forever, right? Like think about it this way: if you got a friend and you are expecting that you guys are going to be friends forever, you would never do anything with that person because if you do, when you do actually get into a relationship, the question is going to come up if you ever mess with that person, and then you're going to have to be honest about it, right?
Like once, but it went down, and then it's kind of like. Now they won't really be comfortable with y'all being around each other.
Never be comfortable with y'all being around each other.
Which, that's a great point. I just feel like I disagree, but I know that's such a common topic that folks just genuinely don't believe girls and guys. Because this dude told me, he said, well, one, if you got an attractive girl that's your friend and y'all got a lot of things in common, and you got an attractive girl that could be with you, but you got a lot of things in common with, or vice versa. If you have a girl that's your friend, and you just listening to her problems and you're getting out of it. You know what the fuck you listening to?
Not as crazy.
But that's what the communication was. I just wanted to hear y'all opinion on it. You threw that up.
Nah, Mark did.
Okay.
But yeah, we're gonna get into the
That's on me.
wrap up portion of. Ooh,
You see how perfect?
yeah, that was perfect.
That
Now we're gonna get into the wrap up portion of the podcast. So this is where I give y'all the opportunity to ask me anything y'all want. It could be personal. I'd rather it be personal about me, because like I tell people, I'm an open book. So crazy. He born heartless.
I've been
Uh,
to my relationships.
but so yeah, now
It's going hard.
now we yeah. So now you guys can ask me anything y'all want, and I'm gonna try to answer as truthfully, as honestly as I possibly can. So don't all go at once.
So my question is, the stuff you was just saying, was it all true
What stuff?
about women and being friends, being friends with them?
Yeah, not
He
like
said off the record.
like I
Off the record, like
not like I promise you, it's all true. Like I've been in plenty of rooms where, and it's even my friends have even wondered, like, you really not gonna look? I'm like, yeah, I
Wait,
don't see you that way.
I feel like you can look and not like think of them like that.
Nah,
You know
because
what I'm
if you wanted to look that bad,
you got to think though.
you thinking of it sexually. If you wanted to look,
No, I'm saying it's not like you're forcing yourself to look, but you're forcing yourself to look away. So now
It's not
like,
forcing myself to look away.
No,
it's
just
keeping
turn
it
around.
there.
I just
but
turn around out of respect.
like let's say you have like a really close girlfriend, right? And she feels so comfortable with you that she just changes in front of you. No, like, oh, can you turn around?
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Nah.
in return, you don't feel the shame in having to turn around. So now you're just.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. If you was a car salesman, you would have sold me, bro. 'Cause you made that sound good. Real talk. You made that sound good. But if I'm watching a shorty unroll and stuff like that, that's deeper than friends, bro. Like y'all just like if I pulled out my in front of a girl, we just on that. Oh yeah, she done seen it. It's no big deal. That don't sound crazy to you?
They do.
She's seen it multiple times. I just be getting dressed.
Imagine your girl like, oh yeah, I seen this.
Like, you know what I mean? We friends. Y'all seen this?
We're just friends.
Like, that's
I
not
seen this.
exactly. So it's the same logic.
That's
If you had to explain
crazy.
to your girl, I see her titties and her coochie hair. I know it curls a bit. Like, it's just we friends.
It's like
You-
the extra details.
I'm saying.
But that's what I'm saying though. You say that's cool. Like, oh, we just friends. She broke that barrier for me. Like, I don't have to turn around.
I mean, I've never been in that situation.
Sound
I
like it?
No.
Okay.
No.
Who
Yeah,
did this
bro.
up?
I did.
Oh, okay. So you waiting on him again.
my
Yeah.
bad.
Oh, you straight.
He the Corey of this episode.
Yeah, you really is.
I am.
You got a hat on up under that hat?
Wait, hold on.
Now he had two hats, bro. The two
Man,
hats
that's
is crazy.
What, like a beanie?
Yeah, he had a
Yeah,
beanie and a
okay.
hat for no reason.
No, that's crazy.
Anything else y'all want to add? Ooh. What else y'all got for me?
I'm trying to think.
I like that though. I like that.
I do like that.
So like, have you gotten emotionally involved with anybody lately?
Let's get to it.
Let's get to
Let's get to it.
it, right?
Let's get straight to it.
Emotionally involved? No.
Ask another question.
Wait, hold on.
You really want to get to it?
Let's
Let's get to it then. Right?
Emotionally involved? No. Because I cannot open myself up to anybody in that way right now. Because I've said it on previous episodes before. I think there are other aspects in my life that are not a well-oiled machine right now, if I were to say. So I don't want to add another energy into my life where I bring emotion to it because yeah, I don't want to add any emotion.
Extra grip on that card.
I don't want to add any emotion in right now because I cannot be available to somebody in that capacity right now.
Okay,
I get that.
Anybody else?
Go
around the table.
It's same.
Same.
Yeah, I'm
Same.
emotionally numb to the point
Emotionally
where
numb.
I couldn't. What was that? Expand my
No, I was scratching my calf, bro.
my emotions for someone else. It feels like I I would be kind of toying with them. I feel like if I got emotionally involved with somebody at this point, so I just kind of stick away from it. It sounds like everybody's just focused on what I'm about to do.
Just show me.
But I believe you were gonna have a follow-up question to what I said. It sounded like you was gonna have a follow-up.
Oh, physically.
I told you I could get it.
Huh?
So to the emotionally, I was gonna go back because you said no emotion. So
Yeah.
I'm like, is it physical? Expose that. No.
I plead the fifth.
Dang. On your own podcast?
I know, right? Tough. All right, but listen, we gonna skip past it.
Did the producer just laugh?
Nah, okay. Yeah, I plead the fifth.
Nah, that's fine. Question, anybody else? Same question?
Oh, to anybody else.
Same question?
I would say like I'm definitely like just trying to explore, like, you know what I'm saying, what's out there for me.
So yeah.
Not like physically though. I've been celibate, you know what I mean, since
a week?
No, whoa. For a
That's
minute,
too much.
for a while.
wow.
For a while. Like for a while.
Can you be more specific?
I would, but I really can't like
you don't remember.
A week gonna be 3 weeks.
It's so long ago. I can't
It's gonna
remember.
be 3 weeks.
That's cap. That is cap.
General,
like a
you heard the M come out.
Like
a month.
No, I was gonna say a minute ago.
Okay.
Like a minute ago.
A month.
As in like a while. As in like long time. Like you know what I mean?
Like years.
Month.
Like give or take.
Hey, bro, give this man another half of all this cap.
Give or take.
Because that's
Go pick from the wall.
You can get as many as you need.
Give or take, bro. Give or take.
It's tough.
Ooh.
He up there, buddy. You know, beating that.
I'm just trying to figure out what card I want.
Exactly.
He got though.
I mean,
all right, so we got 1, 2, 3.
We need one more.
So, yeah, we should have won 7.
Oh,
nah, actually, we good.
Yeah.
we good.
Good. Who won that?
We good.
Anything else?
But he didn't answer the question.
Oh,
I did.
He did.
I really did.
Josh, you got any questions?
Not really. What was your answer?
What was the question?
Have you been physical with anybody recently?
No. You skipped emotional.
No, I ain't skipping.
Ooh, that hurt.
I don't even think they got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got 6.
Yeah.
I told y'all to go 7.
No, you right.
Don't listen to me.
You're right. I really didn't want y'all to get 6. So that's tough.
They won.
That's tough.
Yeah, all they needed was 6.
That's crazy.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me see that again.
Yeah.
Don't do that shit no more. So that was a good game, bro.
It was. Good game. Good game.
Yep. I tried to stop
It happened.
y'all. I tried to stop
Hey,
y'all.
we done playing space anyway.
No, I tried to stop y'all.
We done playing anyway.
You got a good
Yeah.
Edit that out.
Physical. I mean, emotionally it's tough, bro. Because like you just said, he emotionally numb. I can't speak for him.
I feel like this is the wrong time.
I'm not
to be
emotionally numb.
Emotionally getting involved with anyone.
For another person. That's basically what you just described, though.
How?
You're not emotionally available to be able to fully give yourself to another
But
person.
emotionally numb means I do not feel emotion.
He's just making himself not available right now because it's the wrong time.
Yeah.
He's making himself?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Then that's different. I thought you were saying I'm not.
Or he's
Like if that's really
So
what
he's
it
in-
is. I'm
I'm
choosing not to do it because of the outside factors in my life.
Okay.
If me right now, if there was somebody I was interested, I was actually interested in being in a relationship with, I could give you 150% of me right now emotionally, 200% of me emotionally. I'm choosing not to do it because I got too many other things in my life I'm trying to worry
it's better
about.
if it comes to you though. That's when it's the best. So like you like doing your own thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to you, it's gonna be a thing.
Emotionally, I'm just at the point where I'm focusing, giving it to myself, focusing on myself. So I can't really. Yeah, these women is
You come first.
Yeah.
Not facts.
You
Except
do.
for in the bedroom. But
What?
Ah!
Oh,
yeah.
Oh. That's part of the giver. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's the
type
giver.
of- Yeah.
Hey.
But I don't think I'm more so emotionally numb. I like this. I'm more so emotionally numb. I don't feel like I can give a woman all the emotions right now. Like I can give a dick, but that's about it. So it's like
Straight up.
like real, I'm trying to be honest now, bro. I
He said,
honest as
nah,
I
real
can.
talk.
It's just I'm not there, and so
Think about all I
sometimes-
got for you right now in my
I
life.
feel like this is the wrong time to be getting emotionally attached to anybody. Like,
Hell yeah.
I think there's
Orange
seasons
Crush
for
this weekend.
on bro.
Yeah, so it's tough.
Bro, I seen somebody
I saw some video.
throwing it on some cars.
I saw some video. BBLs is out, so
Yeah.
trust me, I know
was
what
just-
you mean.
I seen some close friends. I was like, dang.
I ain't checked the close friends yet. I need to go.
Hey,
Yeah,
today was
that's-
day 2, so you know what I'm saying.
No, I need to go.
Might wanna
I just
check.
ain't been on there. I don't be on social
But
media.
yeah, I feel like there's definitely seasons for it.
What you
Like
got?
spring to
You
summer
got questions?
Nah.
is great.
You feel like you just need
That's
to enjoy yourself, work on
Let me hear
yourself.
some more icks.
Once fall, and,
How
You
y'all
had
feel about
another
that term being outside? I feel like
I'm outside
I feel
right
like
now.
I've gotten some negative
I'm outside.
connotations from that.
What does it mean to
I don't
be?
like
What
going
does it
outside.
really mean when someone says
I like
that they
being in the
outside?
dark.
Does it
Hey.
legit mean you
It
outside?
means two things. Yes, it means I'm not in the house anymore.
Okay.
That person that I was in the crib with all the time, I'm not in there with them.
Okay.
So I'm outside physically, and I'm for the streets right now. So I'm actively walking the streets. If I see someone I like,
Now I've asked
up with you?
most
So that means you're in the streets.
yeah, outside in the streets,
like
same
physically, like you're in the
Yes,
streets.
outside in the streets, same
Okay,
situation.
but I'm saying like the term like in the streets, it has different meanings these days. So
Okay, so give me a couple of meanings now.
in the streets, as in hoeing around. You know what I'm saying? That's a term that what I'm saying is.
But that's what
loosely
it
used. Oh, so that's what you meant.
Right, because it's
I
not
thought you
necessarily.
were being
I thought
specific.
that was just like.
Nah, because hoeing around don't
But
mean
so are
fucking
you?
a lot.
So are
It
you
just
linking that to
means
being outside?
You're open to
Right.
to different options.
But okay.
What type
But
of
I'm saying-
hoeing are you talking about?
No, there's nothing wrong with hoeing.
No, nothing at all.
Yeah, I say what's another word for it? What you just said, exploring your options.
Yeah.
That's good. So,
Because that's what
the
you're
way I'm
doing.
saying.
When you're in the streets or you're for the streets at that moment, it's like you're not really looking to talk to somebody for months. You're looking for like fun right now or that
You're here
night.
for a
Typically,
fun time, not a long time.
satisfaction.
Yeah, that's usually what it means. Or
Okay.
you're just looking for some people to hang out with and go places. You know what I mean? You're not really just looking for.
So you saying
Yeah.
outside has different meanings?
I feel like it has the same meaning. It's just you can do it different ways. You know how when you go
There's a
outside,
broad spectrum.
it's different streets, bro. You could be for the streets. You
Exactly.
could be for the highway. You could be. It just depends on
So
what road you're on.
being outside and being in the streets are linked somehow. Is that what you're saying?
The street is outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I like that. I ain't gonna lie. Hold on. I like that.
The way you put it, it did
I'm
sound-
saying that sounded good. I ain't gonna lie.
I
I
mean,
mean, like
Hey,
the
Seth,
streets
write
are
that down,
outside.
write that
Right,
down.
Now you gotta write that down. You gotta tweet that. Please tweet that. Hoodville gonna post it.
Nah, what was? Oh my god, there was this one thing Seth told me. It was like what was it, a year or two ago about. This man said, "What your job is a reason."
Your woman don't like you. I say her job is the reason that she don't like you. I was like, at the end of the day, most people emotions is tied with their job. She only mad at you and coming home yelling at you because her boss pissed off. So I was like, you get her a better job, y'all will be happy in the relationship. and that's when it started. This man right there. He said, you need to write a book. Because I was like, it's facts though, right? Like you got to think about when you go to work, you have a bad day. When you come home, you're not in a great mood. You're not in the mood to talk to nobody sometimes. You're not in the mood to have a great time. And if you're in a relationship, that person that you're coming home to is getting the bulk of that. So you don't really, it's not really them. It's just, I had a bad day at work. Can you please back up? And it's just, that's a fact.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I see it.
That's fine. You give her a better job, she'll be happy. That's
All
how you
right.
gotta take care of your woman.
Give us one more ick, and then we gonna wrap this up.
You gotta do like this.
All right. You hear me?
Yeah, I guess.
All right.
Made Captain Eric on the
If you have more than 500 followers on Instagram,
it's an ick if you have more than 500
I
followers
ain't
on
gonna lie,
Instagram.
that I've heard that before.
Why is that an
Because
ick?
they feel like too many people know you.
Yeah.
Or want to know you.
Yeah.
I agree with that one. Actually.
What?
You agree?
I kind of want a girl that don't have a lot of followers.
Huh?
That's the perfect woman for me.
I ain't gonna cap.
I feel like perfect woman for me is a girl that's like a 7-8. Like she's straight.
Okay.
She don't have.
So
a
you
lot
want
of
your girl
followers.
medium?
I want a medium low key.
Let me ask
like if
you.
I
You
was
sound
learning
like
to
these
steak.
girls out here.
Yeah, if I was learning to steak, she want to be medium rare.
medium ugly?
Yeah, medium rare. Not medium ugly. 7-8 is not even.
I've heard,
ugly.
bro.
Nah, girls
be out here looking for
medium ugly.
Girls be out here looking for
That's
medium
facts
ugly.
with women because they don't want to do it as either feeling themselves too much or just outside. And
Girls don't be
So
wanna
they
watch
feel
it.
like they can.
You ever heard that term? I don't want a nigga prettier than me.
That's facts too.
This shit's crazy.
If a girl feel like you more attractive than her, because she feel like the man's got to chase the woman. A lot of women feel like that. They feel like the man has to be like, I have to win this woman over every day. If I feel like I can get a better option than you, sometimes I might be like, you know what, this is tripping. All right, you know what I mean? I'm gonna just let you be because I can get another bit. But if I'm like, this is the best one for me because I feel like you are a 10 and I'm a 7, I'm gonna chase after you every day. That's how women think.
Let me ask you this: is it because of who's following her? That's why you don't want.
Nah, it's the popularity.
It
If
ain't
a girl
even-
got too many followers, one, she gonna post everything on social media because she want her followers to keep track of her life. And you take all of your stuff to.
I don't agree with that.
I ain't saying you agree with it. I'm just telling you from experience what some of the times I done seen. They want their followers to know their life, and then it gets too public.
Me personally, I have about probably 700 followers. I feel like, and I follow probably 500. Most of them are women, but that's because I love women. So I'm saying I'm gonna look at what I like. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's not for the
same.
streets.
That's the same for me though.
Like you just I like woman energy though. Like I really do. Does that not make sense?
No, explain it. Explain that one.
Okay, so do you
No.
like to be surrounded by a female presence?
That's not
You know
your
what I mean?
woman. Are you gay?
What?
I'm asking. No, I'm asking. Not in the
This is a real
question. I'm asking. I've never.
I'm
really
saying-
seen, I'm asking because I've never really heard of a straight dude that just wants to
I'm
be
not
around
saying,
a bunch of women.
but this
without,
is what I'm saying. Like, not necessarily in a way like a best friend type shit.
you just like being around women.
Yes, I like seeing women.
Right, that's most men.
Yeah.
But the way you just said it,
The way it sounded, it did sound crazy.
because it's like you're just saying, I just want to be in the presence of a woman, regardless of what's the motion. I just need a bunch of women around me. If I go into the mall,
But I'm saying, if I'm going to the mall,
I'm inviting 5 of my women friends.
no,
to have a good
I'm
time.
going to the mall. I want to see majority women
at the mall.
At the mall.
Yeah, well, of course.
Yes.
You don't want to see no dudes, but you said you want to be surrounded by women.
That's what I meant, though.
So that means you're inviting the women.
No. That's not what I meant, though. I'm
So
telling you what I meant.
You be with us every day.
Like I'm trying to figure. I'm trying to figure out
with us every day.
because he the dude that on the girls trip. They was like, yo, don't bring your man. He wasn't trying to come. That's you. You like, yo, I can't come to y'all trip in Turks. Like I can't just be there.
Girls trip.
I can't go. That's you.
Nah.
Okay.
That's not me.
I'm asking. You know, I ain't never.
No. I know what you mean.
Okay. Well,
You bump out the suitcase.
I just like y'all energy, man. I just like
I'm saying it like I'm kind of saying it in more of like a single aspect though. Like I just like seeing women. Like,
no, I understand.
I mean,
that.
but
because I get
if I go
tunnel
to a
vision when I'm in
party-
a. I'm in tunnel vision when I'm like in a relationship though.
Are you single right now?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. You? They can't.
Damn.
That's crazy, bro.
I mean, I'm not taking.
That's crazy.
No. It threw me off. It threw me off because
What's your answer though?
I mean, I'm talking to somebody. That's what I was saying.
Hey,
Okay.
call that nigga.
So y'all okay? So you trying to get to
Yeah, I'm trying to get
no, that's a
towards.
good
You know
answer.
what
So
I'm
y'all
saying?
talking?
That's the game.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, so he talking
Okay.
to us. So yeah,
No, it just threw me off because he pointed. He said,
because
my mind just went blank.
I just wanted to know.
Nah, yeah.
Juwan, you good, right?
I feel like I've been in too many relationships.
Hey
recently.
man, just talking in lock screen crazy.
You
Whoa, what?
I mean,
lock screen.
you gotta think
That's your
about
phone?
You the police?
it. Yeah, this is my phone.
Okay, that's just
Nah.
But you gotta think though.
What's the contact?
Then they gotta.
Nah, you gotta think though. You gotta think though. I ain't even gonna, you know what I'm saying?
You don't even gotta explain yourself.
Yeah,
for real,
exactly.
like,
I really don't.
yeah.
I'm on. Yeah.
Not that ass, yeah.
For sure.
Nigga said, "Are you gay?" I'm still kind of on it. Honestly, I'm not offended though.
And I wasn't even saying in an
I'm not
offensive way
offended.
because
I'm
you
not
know what I'm
offended,
saying. I don't take gay.
Nah, yeah, that's not offensive.
Nah, yeah.
But I feel
That's not
like
offensive.
that's the only time I've heard a man say like I just want to be around women all the time. Like,
But it's like
usually I hear that from a woman that's like fucking a lot of dudes. They be like, yeah, I just like being around male energy.
It's like 6.
Having sex with a lot of men because they like, I don't get along with women. I just
oh
like
no,
male
I didn't mean
energy.
it like that. Nah, I know what you're talking about. I didn't
Right.
mean it like
Usually
that.
that's
I just like seeing women, especially like while I'm single. Like, you know what I mean?
even if you
Because that tunnel vision opens up. Nah, I'm not seriously. Wait, I don't want to. Damn, I'm gonna incriminate myself. What the fuck?
Are you scared of this camera, bro? Man, talk your
Nah, you're not
talk,
afraid of
man.
the camera.
Talk
You're
your
afraid of
talk.
the people behind the camera. That's what you're afraid
People.
People.
Nah, I was just playing.
Cut that out. Cut that out. Cut that out.
I'm fucking with you.
All right, man. At the end of the day, you gotta hide any feelings that you truly feel, then you don't need those people around you, man. I'm open book, man.
That nigga spinning today.
Open
Hey,
book,
man. I know sometimes he just be talking and it just come out good. So he be, yeah, I did that.
It's like, yeah.
I don't know
I
what
think
I
about
was
it, man.
saying.
So, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes no.
If you ask him again, he gonna be like, "What did I say?"
I ain't gonna lie, yeah. Cause like when I be selling cars, like if somebody say, "Wait, what the part you just said? Can you explain that to me?" I'll be like,
So you're not really listening.
you're not listening because you would have heard me the first."
But,
You really
but we
was
gonna go
listening.
all the way back.
All right, and now at that point, I'm making you feel better. I answer the question. You know?
All right. This was a great episode. We been going on. We almost 2 hours in. We almost 2 hours in.
Okay, go ahead.
Were you really?
Yeah, no, straight.
My fault. I didn't mean to hold you up.
It ain't your fault. I was
Yeah.
Yeah.
But another great episode of the Check-In Podcast. I want to thank y'all for coming out here again. So let the people know where they can find you. I mean, you did it at the beginning of the episode,
But they can hear it again.
Yeah,
right?
they can hear it again. Go ahead.
All right, follow my main at Flea Marcus. Damn, you finna count.
No,
All right. Follow the shoe page at Flips ATL. Follow the barber page at Cuts by Marcus. And then follow the styling page at flea.styling.
Follow me on Instagram at Ced_THA_2ND. You can follow my Twitter at the same. Follow HTSA Podcast on Instagram. You can follow my secondary Instagram, Hyundai Cedrick. Follow my TikTok, HTSA Podcast, and Cedrick Hyundai. You can follow my PSN. It's CD_THE.
PSN, crazy.
Follow Corey at Corey_A. And follow Mark at Mark Kid.
Look at him. They ain't even hearing. He holding it
That's a
down.
good friend right there.
Go ahead, bro.
Follow Flips ATL. You know what I'm saying? Follow that boy Kelly KELLEY _EY.
Ain't that your it?
I don't like that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro.
You don't like Haley's? Like,
Not EY.
Bailey's?
It's weird, bro.
Yeah.
Bailey, the only one where I feel like it makes sense.
really?
Because it's just how it's spelled. If you
But what about
L-Y,
Haley?
it's ugly. You can spell Haley so many ways, bro.
You can.
Like,
Nah,
really
but you
can.
gotta think like the way it's spelled though, like KELLEY.
No, that one's
even
stupid.
No, for real.
Nah,
It's like, think about it though.
like-
It even it out though.
KELY. makes
No,
sense.
KELLY. It's kind of like lopsided, but the EY make it like even.
It-
You feel me?
I
feel
ain't
me?
never heard
Because
of
it's
like-
6 letters?
No,
That's why you
let
saying
me
that?
show you though. Let me show you.
I'm gonna look.
Look.
Slide it over. so they
Is
can
it
see.
recording?
Yeah, slide it over.
It's
so they
still
see it.
recording.
Yeah.
You see how that look?
That nigga got some good handwriting. Hold on.
Okay, but look.
But look.
No,
No,
let me
no,
see. Let me see the other one.
Look.
Let me see the other one. Because you're not making a point right now.
You see how that
Oh,
make
it's
it look
not.
more like even.
Yeah, it's symmetrical.
Nah, yeah.
It's symmetrical.
Nice.
You're right. But I don't agree with
But
it.
it was.
I
Wasn't
still think that's stupid.
Nah,
This
it
man,
just died.
It just died? Okay. Oh, boy.
Kelly and Kelly. Yeah, you don't need that.
crisis.
I feel like
I
the
know
only-
I don't need it, but that's what was given.
But that's
to
my
me.
problem.
You feel me?
Anytime like okay, I don't have a problem with unnecessary letters, but in terms of EYs, I do. That's just a ick of mine. You know what I mean? It's not a beef. Just
I
it.
mean,
I just think it's stupid. End of the day, that's your name. You're gonna go through your life with that name.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I just disagree with it. I'm not gonna be saying it, man.
So like, if you had the power, you would change it.
Okay. I would just
Damn.
take the E away.
Damn.
Yo, you see how I'm sitting? This is what I'm talking about. Do you see me?
No, that's you though. Just sit up, bro.
Uh,
50, but
but anyways,
Do that
I
again
don't
one more
know.
time.
But that might be an egg.
Okay, now don't do it
It
again.
might be it.
That might be
It might
That's what he doing.
imitating
Though.
is worse.
That's what he doing though.
The
thank you
telegraph
for
is
tuning
crazy.
in, y'all, to another episode of Checking Podcast. But remember, it's not just a podcast, but it's therapy. You came in at a what? At a sad at
6.5.
6.5. Where you at right now?
Well, I was drunk, so I'm balancing it back out. So I'll probably be like a 7.
You came here drunk.
Not drunk.
Not drunk.
Two shots.
You drove here?
Shots.
He said not drunk.
No, I didn't drive.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I told you.
Wait, did you let the producer?
Oh,
Come on.
my fault.
Hey, producer.
Bro, you need.
Oh, he don't get no shot.
My fault.
Follow the page. Production behind it.
You're right.
What you mean?
Fuck that nigga. Fuck that nigga right. Yeah. Nah, that's crazy.
Go ahead. What's his?
Follow
Nah, y'all already said all of that.
EXO. Wait,
This just in.
What? I ain't
It's
gonna lie. I
EXO.
don't know.
It's EXO Josh C.
EXO Josh. C,
How I know?
EXO.
And that's your man
It's
first.
EXO Josh C.
I don't
EXO.
know.
No, just EXO Josh C.
Oh, that's just
I
saying.
ain't gonna lie, I
Follow
don't-
EXO Josh.
that might be an ick of mine.
What Josh C?
The EXO
Josh C.
and no EXO after that.
So you gotta have a hustle.
What?
You gotta even
That's a
it
lot
out.
of XO.
That's a lot of EXO.
How can
Is
that
it
be
really
your
though?
ick?
Yeah,
That's a,
You know what? Anything
not
can be
enough
ick.
Your
EXO.
last
then.
name's an
yeah.
Anything can
But
be
make sure you like, comment, and
Nobody said
subscribe.
that.
Yeah.
Check-in podcast, and we checking out. What is that?
You gonna watch it? He's doing that job.
Are you about to freestyle?
Yeah.